It's going down like this, motherfucker.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite.
Off my dome, 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 this, off my dome.
This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough, I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this. I just left a light in this bitch. I just left a light in this bitch.
Fuck up, move the fuck back. Fuck up, move the fuck back. Fuck up, move the fuck back. Fuck up, move the fuck back.
Me and Bubba. 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 Me and Bubba trying to rescue some kittens.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it. Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
Joe feet. He looked down, seen his feet. The nigga went berserk. Killed the monkey. Threw the bat out the window. Start kicking that bitch in the air. My eye. Plus, I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am, chilling.
I mean TikTok. 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 I mean TikTok.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. I think very deep. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with Dance with me. Dance with me.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you.
Decent white folk that still don't know they're racist.
What the hell you want here, hunky?
Where's all that noise? Where's all that noise? Where's all that noise? Where's all that noise? Where's dead.
Be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
The Chinese platform. The Chinese platform. You're the Chinese platform. You're the Chinese platform. You already know the Chinese platform. You already know the Chinese platform. You already know they don't. The Chinese platform. You already know they don't. The Chinese platform. You already know they don't. The Chinese platform. You already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. And then
Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I fiend for the check.
I think we OD.
It all breaks down to, what does this mean to me?
I think
What does
we
this event mean to
OD.
me? How does this event
I think
affect
we
my
OD.
thinking, my way of life? It all breaks down to, what does this mean to me? What does this event mean to me? How does this event affect my thinking, affect my way of life? Yo, baby, I got.
You wanna get it? Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it? Oh shit.
Heavy, I'm a walking dead man is what they call me when I come. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the dude. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man is what they call me when I come. I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the deuce.
Yeah, nigga.
Stop playing games.
Yeah, nigga.
I just be shopping and shit.
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 Do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Do that dance.
I hit the loot juice and pulls up in the dude. Heavy, I'm a walking dead man is what they call me when I come.
And the fans, they're there for entertainment. And the fans, they're there for entertainment. And the fans, they're there for entertainment.
My bitches.
To the east, to the north, to the west, to the south, above, below, and the middle. To the east, to the north, to the west, to the south, above, below, and the center. Greetings. This is Big Pontiac, and welcome to the Chocolate Mountain Show. I am the holder of the infinite sacred ball game that was created by the Hero Twins, and I am that one and only Galactic Daddy-O welcoming each and every one of you to my galactic patio that reaches from Minnesota to the universe. Well, I guess that's my motherfucking cue. I guess that's my bottom right there. That is my cue to come in and say greetings to all you, wherever you are and whoever you are. Greetings from me to you. But that is not where we start at this point. If you know me and you've been watching me, this channel's been up for 3 years. The other channel was for 14. So what do we go now? Now we have to highlight what we are working with. And the champion, Ambrosia, should be no mystery to anyone. Maybe I should have a trivia night and shit and say, what is Big Pontiac's favorite beer? Send out some crystals and shit. But again, we are highlighting Elliot Nest, Great Lakes, Amber Lager, which is like a red lager. So pop them if you got them. Even though it's some ambrosia in there, look at this. In my favorite glass, look at that. I have a barrel, Killian's Red glass, with my favorite Great Lakes Elliot Nest. I just send a note to my fiance and say, Elliot Nest. She knows what to get. But that's not all. Oh, we are doing it real big. And again, motherfucker, just sit there. God damn. I don't want this motherfucker to spill. So, all right. And yeah, we got some good shit up in this motherfucker tonight. Where's all? Oh, the other shit is over there. Okay. Again, we've got this monkey paw going. Woo, 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 woo. And so I rolled me a joint. It's, it's a pregnant joint. That's what they used to call my joints. But this is about the best I can do. I don't know if I'm going to blaze this bitch tonight or not. And we still have this motherfucking badass wax. Like, this was 3 grams, and I put a dent in these motherfuckers for sure. And actually, I don't think I need to put any in the Luca, because I think it has some. But we've been messing with this too. See if I got a nugget or 2 in it. So smoke them if you want them. Smoke them if you want them. Yeah, I do have this fan on. I blow big stacks. I need a new fucking screens. But that'll do it. And I still got the Luca too. And I'm all hooked up tonight. It's all about I'm hooked up. And, we're doing the Acid Blondie, of course. Hell, these are Altoids. Real, half a gram of sugar. 1 gram of sugar. Not that bullshit. And let's talk about gifts. Or should I talk about what happened today. I guess I'll start about what happened to me today. We'll start there. So as you know, I got done here last night, roughly 2:33-ish. Was in bed probably 3. Got up at 8. Got up and made myself some fruit, some cereal, drank some coffee, drank water before all that, and played pickleball. My first game, I'm really starting to peak. My second game, a ball went over my motherfucking head, and I kind of had to do a retreat step. You know, anybody that played defensive back, you know what a retreat step is. You know, you're running backwards, but you're taking you're taking a powerful step backwards. That's what a retreat step is. Some of the DBs, linebackers, you know, read steps. So I was kind of just taking a retreat, and then when I went to swivel to turn to hit the ball, fucking lost my balance. Not sure how. Wish I'd had it on film, but it taught me one lesson. That at 62, it still hurts to motherfucking fall, but not that bad. I kind of fell in the fence too, but my arm is bruised like a motherfucker. But it's not broke or nothing like that. And you know, I had my strap on too. So my strap kind of broke something. And I think as I went to pivot, I kind of lost my balance when I went to pivot to hit. So we lost that game. I went 3-4 today, but all the games was close. Even that game where I was hurt, the games was close. I got, oh my goodness, it was like 11, 12,000 miles. And I went to the Mall of America. So I played pickleball from roughly 10 o'clock till, no, not 10. 9, maybe it was about 9:30. Maybe 10. But I played till 1. And yeah, it was a great workout today. The shots are working. Hurt myself a little bit, but I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I did, I threw that electric stem on it and iced it. And I am definitely okay. So it shows me I can hoop. So if I freaking hoop, if I can fall on that hard thing, I can definitely fall on the floor without getting hurt. I burned something like 2,000 calories. And this is giving me today's. Let's see. It's not really. Let's see if I can get yesterday's steps. Somewhere. How do I get the steps from yesterday? Oh, Thursday. Damn. Yeah, I was shit. Thursday, this is 10,017. Yeah, like I got like 1,700 steps in yesterday. Trying to hone in on where it is. Let's see if this is okay, right here. Yeah, Thursday I got in 17,639 steps. Yep. That's some miles. And I know I got in an hour. Yeah, so I got in a hour and a half of pickleball. Got an hour and a half in on pickleball. I burned 1,000 calories playing pickleball. Then I got 2.5 miles in at the Mall of America. So it just keeps getting good. Let me show y'all some shit. Well, of course, you ain't got to even say that. Nike. Players Associating getting a little of this money. And it's on-field apparel. You dig? So this is getting away, Cook, they traded Cook. So what I was prepared to pay today was this amount. And I would get a little discount from that. So it'd have been about $75 maybe. That's what I was prepared to pay. Now, This was the markdown price they blacked out. You see? They blacked out the 175 markdown. So it was more than that. It was $200. These Nike jerseys was $200 at one time. And so I was prepared to pay the 70 something bucks to get it. Let me tell you, it took him a minute because dude scanned it. Because dude, we started talking. I told him, I was like, he's like, oh, you already know what you want. I was like, yeah, I want to get this Cook jersey. He's like, okay. He said, oh, you can buy it for me. He's like, oh, I was like, okay, yeah. So he went to scan it, and the motherfucker couldn't scan it. So he scanned, and he talked to his manager because he was the assistant manager. He's like, man, the shit won't scan. So the manager figured out a way to scan the shit. So the manager got to working on it, and the manager's like, damn. And the price of this, and I hate they didn't have more because this is a triple X, but it is a double X in size. But I ended up paying $20 for this. And the funny thing is like when you hear them like, oh, really? Okay. I could have even got a discount off the 20 because I pay and you get discounts. So now this is stitched on. You see that shit? This is stitched shit. This ain't the iron shit. I meant to grab the iron jersey. Even the Viking sail on the side. Where are we at? Right here. All that shit is stitched. That, the name on the back. Oh, this ain't the iron press. This shit is stitched in. Nike. So this shit is stiff like a corpse. This shit is stiff. And I'm gonna go back because I tried to buy another one because they didn't have my fiance's, they didn't have my girl's size. So I tried to go to the outlet because the outlet had some shit. I wanted to look and see if they had some Nikes because I definitely know I need new shoes. And so fucking Lids was closed. It's motherfucking closed. Talking about we'll be back at 6. And it's 5:30. It was 89 today here. 89. Like it was hot this morning when we was playing. The air was a lot better. So let me tell y'all, it's a day of new shit and gifts and shit. You know me. So I'm gonna tell you what's been effective for me. And I do suffer. I've suffered from tennis elbow for years. And what I do is I put the compression sleeve like right here that holds that right there, this tendon right there, and then I put this over it. And so that's what I wear on my right arm. So I'm gonna get one for both arms. So that's the only thing I really hurt today. I went and got this. So I needed that. But while I was in there, again, I went to the Mall of America, tried the lows, the Jordan 37 lows. I can't say they're trash, but I mean, the 13s didn't fit me. They didn't fit me. It was too small. Because if it would have fit me, I probably would have bought them. But they didn't fit me. So I didn't really see anything else I really liked as far as pickleball going. Going to the outlet. Now, the outlet had, like, my shoes over here, the JTs, they had the orange ones. And it was no 13s. But the stiffest ones, I don't really like the orange ones, so I don't mind missing them. But the stiffest ones is the black toe ones. Those are the stiffest. So when they get them, because they're going to get them eventually too, I'll pick up a pair of them. But let me show you what I picked up because I've literally wore out the Donovan Mitchells. I mean, I've had the Donovan Mitchells for a few weeks. I have 4 pair of Donovan Mitchell 3s, I think. 4 pair of them. And like I gave the 2 that the bottoms is wore out, but ain't no holes in them and the tops look good. So I gave them to my son. The new pair, they're trash. It's like I'm already wearing them out in about 5-6 weeks. So I had to get another pair of shoes. And so I got these motherfuckers here to play pickleball in. And these are the Vapor NTX. What's this shit say? React Vapor NTX. M-Mike React Vapor. So they're tennis shoes. Technically tennis shoes. And this is the bottom. And what's interesting is this is rubber like a sole would be, and the nylon. and the nylon helps it breathe. Type of zoom. Well, what does it say? The vapor react. Okay. And quite comfortable. And then when I put my insoles in these, yeah. So I gotta, yeah, I have to walk around and break them in. But these is the new pickleball. Cause I'm telling you, before I fell playing pickleball, like there's another dude. There's another dude that I play pickleball with. We have the same two first names. You know, I'm named after a movie actor, Brian Keith, and that is his first name too. And so we was playing together, and I think I scored 9 or 10 points again. He was just laughing, and then when I fell, they beat us. He said, "See, it wasn't you the first game; it was me." I don't know if they'd have beat us if I wouldn't have fell. No excuses, but it kind of threw me off. When I fell, it threw me off. So those are things that added to the arsenal. But you know, it was cool to fall, you know, because I was really scared to fall. I haven't fallen like the last time I fell, I sprained my elbow because I caught myself and but I fell. And you know, I'm lucky I didn't hit right on my hip. I hit more on my butt, and then having the brace, and then I fell into the fence too because I followed it so deep. But the game, like I can take a shot like this, like I can bring that motherfucker up here and pow. You know, if I have my thing, you know, and like what I can share is the way I hold it. So I'm ambidextrous. So to me, it doesn't make sense. Again, as I spoke last night, it makes no sense to me to take a step to backhand it. Like I backhand going forward, which is rare. You know, I don't see very. I played with a girl a few years ago. She was nice with that, where she just had a nice backhand. But I'm like, I can bring that shit from up here. You know, I can catch it and time it up here. But I noticed like I tighten it more with this hand, but I keep a loose grip. So when I stay there and, you know, I'm especially waiting for a serve or just waiting for a play. And so it's easy for me to just grab it. So if I have to go to my left, I easily just grab it because I'm already holding it in a way. You dig? And people, what you got to understand is the way you think to make these quick decisions. Your quick, recent decisions is what Alzheimer's fucks with. Doesn't want you to make those quick decisions. So you can think what you want about pickleball, but I mean, I'll have it a blast. I'm having a blast. I'm gonna play again tomorrow. I think I'm gonna play again tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's gonna be 90 something. Oh, everybody's in. Okay, I'm blabbing and shit. All right, Jamar 3224. What is happening? And to be here, I know you've got to have.
Got to have vision.
Well, thank you, Jamar. PJ Allen. Thank you for the birthday, love. And I know you've got
to have vision.
Chocolate malt beer. Ooh, wax. Then go get funky. That's right. That's right. And you know, I'm not going to get fucked up. I mean, I got this beer I'm drinking right here and one more and smoking and taking edibles. So you're not going to see me like, you know, I'm on camera, you know, you know, motherfucker be all fucked up, be like mumbling and shit. You know, no, I'm my hyper energetic self. Thank you. OTF, thank you. And to be on here tonight, I want you to know that you have
to have vision.
Crazy Sarge, what is happening? And I know that you have
got to have vision.
Do you have the original turtle calendar so I can send you pictures? Do you have the original turtle calendar so can you send me a picture of it? Well, the original, I don't know. I don't know if I have that. Yeah, I don't know if I have that. Now, if you're talking about, there's a couple turtle calendars. There's one calendar. Wow, that must get me thinking. How was it? Was it the constellations is in the calendar? Yeah, you have to hit me. Yeah, I don't have it right now, but I probably could get it. So I probably could get it. So check with me. I probably gonna need you to be a little more specific because there's also a map. You say calendar, but there's also a map where they map out America. So no, I don't have that. I don't think I have that. I do not have that. You might want to check with my brother. He might have it though. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. I got to reconnect my phone to the computer. I don't know. I can't get the stuff over, but I was trying to. Oh man, I filmed this beautiful sister. Oh my! Let me show you. I might have to just see if the phone will pick it up because this sister was so beautiful, and I was just walking and filming. Let me see if I got her. But oh my goodness, she's Muslim sister too, just beautiful. See if I can catch her. I know I did this shit for a while. Where am I at? It's got to be down in here. I wasn't, be in no creep mode or no shit like that. I'm walking. It was just I was filming. Oh yeah, this is her. Wow. Oh, lost her. Okay, guess not. Oh, okay. I'm a terrible photographer. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get as much of her as I thought. Let's see. Yeah, it's in this part. Let me see if I can. Won't stop. Okay, she's there. I got a little bit of her. Let's see. Back here. I can't blow that up. I can't make it stop. I want to stop. Stop. Freeze. 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 Oh, right there. Okay. I got it. Man, that sister was beautiful. Okay, there she is. Okay. Man, this sister was beautiful. I don't know if I can get it out. Let me see without the light. Oh, look at her. Man, that sister was beautiful. Let's see if I can download this because I was just filming. But I caught a glimpse of her and I was like, wow, this woman is beautiful. So, let's see. Yeah, there she is. There we go. She was really beautiful. And I was just filming at the mall, wanted to see if this one shit showed. And I still didn't go into the anime shows. Yeah, see, I was gonna buy these motherfuckers. And they was too small and they wasn't really comfortable. Them the lows. Let me see if I can look this dude up. Hi, the pickleball champ. Oh, you have a turtle shell that you want to do correctly. Yeah, I have to research that because I have that somewhere. I have to research that. Yeah, because the way my understanding is, again, for the dates, yeah, it's not based on what the Mayan practiced. It was based on the 12 or 13's dates, which yeah, I guess the 13 would be. So yeah, I have to look into that to see what that would be. Okay. But give me a little more specific and give me a better where I can search. My wife said she watched the Emmett Till movie and was crying. Oh yeah, that shit fucked me up. I was crying too. And it's like you have to understand just as like how people are brainwashed and terrorized. because a generation like my mom's age was terrorized because my mom was roughly the same age he was when he was killed. Maybe my mom might have been 15 or 16. But my dad, I think, was the same age, just like Ali. They was the same age as him when he got killed. Maybe, yeah, when he got killed, when he originally got killed. Yeah. And so, I mean, Sly and I did a great breakdown a couple years ago, and I still think it's when you see these kind of stories, there's aspects of the stories that's real. But there's also, it appears, aspects of the story that seems to just be overkill. Now, I've said this before, I've really said this before. It's a dude that was in Kalamazoo that the whole family looked like Emmett Till. The whole family. So I'm wondering if the daddy, because like to tell the story, and not to, give you the wrong visualization, but to tell the story, I never thought about this aspect of the dude I would see. Because all the family looked like that. All the family. And I never thought about it could have been like one of even older, like my mom's age. Because the dude I'm thinking of was like not quite as old. But all of them, because it was times where I saw all of them together. And all of them looked like Emmett Till. Now, Emmett Till was a little guy, probably 5'4", Kevin Hartish size at that age. So it's overkill. It's overkill. I mean, the part of the reason again, you see in that body don't look real. That doesn't look real. And I've told you my connection. The guy used to be my roommate, the old Vietnam vet, was, he was a Mobley. And, she ended up being Till Mobley was her name. She married one of his families. So, I mean, that was overkill. But, the thing is like now the baby boomers can see the motherfucking the movies, the comic books come live. So here now we can see this terror story come alive. And like even, the supposedly great story of Nat Turner, in everybody's imagination, and then seeing it as, it's spoken of proudly, but seeing that instead of seeing what Toussaint did, down in Haiti. Or even, how the Mixtecs, the Mixtecs never was defeated by the Spanish. The Spanish just bought them out, technically. Spanish just really told them to love Jesus and put Spanish names in your titles, and we'll leave you the fuck alone. And that's what they did. So they assimilated. But yeah, it's a sad movie. And so that's that. Seeing it and first hearing about this story, and it being a type of terror of just the thought that such a young boy could go through this terror for nothing. And again, it wasn't the norm. I mean, it just wasn't the norm that they was just killing 14-year-old children like that. And at his size, he didn't look 14. So doesn't make a lot of sense in any way. Doesn't make a lot of sense. And when they get not guilty, that seems make more sense that perhaps the crime wasn't even done. Now, again, this family, I'm telling you, but I can't say 100%. Woo! But I always thought that. Like when I would see them, I'm like, damn, they look like that Emmett Till picture. So that was always my thought, that he was part of that family. That's what I thought. And he could have been one of them, but it's real and fake at the same time. Because the terror that it gave America is real. They try to point to that as the start of the civil rights. That's the start of the civil rights. Is his murder. Or is it the start of, what little pushback they could do after Reconstruction? Oh. Hey, Key, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And I know you
got to have vision.
And it's interesting, this day, the days that they give to you is really a day of celebrating your death. Because the minute you're born, the time you're gonna die is the clock is started. That's the system they try to show you. So, but yeah, I definitely cried during that shit. I was crying like a motherfucker, man. And it's the winter time too. And yeah, it was hard to control the emotions of seeing this live. And they put the thing of the gun and everything. They put that up because there's other places where they did fight Europeans off with guns, but he said, I mean, almost the part where the grandfather had the gun, it was almost like, well, I got to sacrifice this one to save everybody else. That's kind of how it turned out, that he had to sacrifice that boy because he said, I can't kill all of them. If I kill one, they gonna keep just coming. I'm gonna just have to keep fighting them with this family here. So that kind of made sense too. But yeah, so I was just like, damn. I remember you just saying the mom basically sacrificed him. So I just looked at her. Oh yeah. Hey homie, what's happening? And I know you got to have vision. Yeah, definitely she did, because there was no reason for him to go down there. I mean, it's the times. Like my dad said, he went down there every winter. But there's nothing like, even the incidents they show. There was never a time where the young lady was like not used to the niggas tripping. You got a black business and you saying ain't none of them ever say anything, or all of them are so polite, or you never hear them talking shit, that one person says, and again, the whistling thing is because he stuttered. So that's very clear in her book that she, the cousins try to say, and then you see they stuck with the whistle story in the movie. You look like this. You look like this movie star, because he had a picture of a European girl in his wallet. Then he runs out the store and whistles at her, and that puts into what the myth was, that he's murdered for whistling at her, and that does not appear to be the case. But so, hey, Big Stank, thank you for coming. And to be up late night, I know you got to have vision. I want to look up some words so that I'm just not doing conjecture. I feel like philosophizing. Oh no, I'm gonna look up him first. Let me see if I can look him up first. I don't know. Let me see. Where would I find him? Oh, let me just put it in here. I'll get a search on the phone first. Let me put this in here. All right. Here we go. I think I can find it. I just ran across a picture of one of my homies. Y'all think I be talking, and now where the fuck did it just go? It's got to be in my Google search. Where did it go? Was it Safari? I think I know where to look at it down here. Let's see. Oh, okay, that might help me. let's see here. Let me see. Oh. Maybe that'll bring it up. This ain't him. I don't think this is him. No, this is not him. I found him on the phone. I ain't finding him here. Okay. No, I gotta put it in different. Okay, let me try again. Um. Nope. Nope. I can't find him. I found him earlier. I can't find him. That ain't him. That's definitely not him. Let's see. What in the heck was that? Oh, Lorenzo. Thank you, Lorenzo. What's happening, Lorenzo? And I know you got to have
vision.
And what does Rich say?
Shit, boy, I'm trying to make me some money.
Maybe it spells like this. It might be spelled like this. Let me see. And I've told this story about this brother. Timien. Patterson. Let's see. Where did I have it? Is it here? No. Let's see. Patterson. Nope. No, it's not doing that. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe this will help me get it. Maybe this will help me get it. Still didn't put. I don't think this is him. I don't think so. I did not bring him up. Let's see if it brings him up down here then. I found him on here. I can't find it in there. Let's see. I'll find it again. I'm on speaker. Where did it go? Because I had it a few seconds ago and then I lost it. It's not turning up in any of these. Because it showed me his stats. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. know what happened to the stats. Yeah. Disappeared, y'all. But I got a picture of the cat, but let me see. Maybe I can bring it up that way. It just remind me, this like when you can hoop and you hoop a lot, you get with the best hoopers. Guys would come home and shoot. We'd ride around, not ride around, but we'd play these tournaments, get in these money tournaments and play tournaments. Let's see. This ain't gonna be it. All right, bring that back over. No, look for shit. Cause just so y'all could let's see right here. So I'm probably gonna have to put all his information in to see if they can find him. I think it is the. Oh, let's see. Shit, they might have this shit. No, not him. Nope, not him. So they didn't. So that ain't it. That is not it. Yeah, that wasn't it. Because they dropped a picture of him. Maybe, okay. Let's do that. Let's just write it out there and let's see. Yeah, IMON Patterson University of University of University of see if this will get it. Oklahoma. Let's see. And you can pull up pictures of anybody. That is not him. Yeah, I'm not getting him. Oh well. Oh well. He is not showing up. Let me see. Let me look at did they write his name in here? But his story is unique and it's sad, unique and sad in the same way. And when I talk about Tim Reed, how Tim Reed just basically, he didn't get to play his senior year in high school because he didn't have a bed. And I don't know if he broke in the house and stole the bed. I don't know, but the nigga was walking down the street with a bed. And I know his people, so I know that's what it was. He had found the bed. He thought he could get away with taking, and that ruined his whole senior year. And Damien's story is I mean, it's similar in the same kind of way as Damien got hit with a double whammy. Damien sold a dude a joint, and Damien had taken a pound of weed to school. They found a pound of weed in his locker, so he didn't get to play his senior year. And then he got a scholarship to play at Oklahoma, and he had to sit out Prop 48. And the Prop 48 year was the year Stacey King and Mookie Blaylock went to the championship. They lost to Kansas. He would have been on that team. If he didn't have to sit out Prop 48, he'd have been on that team. So, and I just had a picture of him. It just reminded me. And we would go put in work on people. Okay, maybe this. Okay, this is how they spell it. Let's see if I can find that. All right. Let's see. This is how they spell it. Okay. MON. That's right. Right? Okay. Okay. This gives me more. All right. Whoops. HOMA. All right. Let's see. Nope. Golly, I am a no typing motherfucker. Not gonna type all that crazy shit. All right. Let's start again. What do I got on here? Okay. What's I got up there? LA. Okay. Let's see if that will find him. No, I ain't find him either, not yet. Oh well, that kills it. But no, this did not find him. Oh well. I just got this picture. One of my friends sends these pictures, and sorry I can't screen share it right now. But that's this brother, man. This is Damon. And Damon like was playing in the Philippines for so long, he had lost his passport and visa. I think his passport ran out, so he's just living over there. And he said, he had made enough bread that it was like cheap living. He said, man, it was easy living. And whenever he wanted to come back, he came back. But he lived down there, like I think, like let his American stuff go away. He lived down there a couple years. And he said he loved the life. And he's like, hey, didn't get any other offers. But when he would come to Michigan, he would, I have, go to these tournaments, about that money, take him with me. And he could put in work on everybody. He was 6'8", 6'9". Like Van Sickle, my friend Van Sickle, put him in school in one of the University Wesleyan. I think that's where Van Sickle went. But he was 6'8", but he didn't really have the guard skills. Damon had the guard skills at 6'8", 6'9". Like Van Sickle, he would go on the block, but not Damon. Damon could play wing. He could handle the ball. Had some brothers, He had a brother a couple years younger. I think one of his brothers was on JV when I was a senior, so I knew his family. And we was just, homies. I get a team together, call some people up, like, hey, y'all want to go hoop? All right, I'm gonna come scoop you. And when you drive in places, like say we had to go to Detroit or something, or up to Mount Pleasant or Grand Rapids, it'd be a drive. You got to go pick these dudes up. You get 3 or 4 cars. Usually we carry about 6, 7 dudes, and you got to drive to these gyms. These gyms be in the country and shit. Like the back roads of Michigan. And all of a sudden you got all these brothers at this gym, and when you have a tournament, it'd be all day. Like you're gonna play at least 3, if not 4 games to win it all. Some days, some tournaments be 2 days, but some tournaments just be like 1 day. You play everything just that 1 day. I'm talking about, it's a certain seriousness to that type of hooping and that type of commitment. You understand? So, I'm sorry I got on my transit. Just wanted to share his story because he's one of my friends. He was him, his brother Floyd, all of them is my guys. Okay, Jesus Saves. What's happening? Thank you for coming and for your kind words.
You got to have vision.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you. I can't wait till the day is over because it's like it's on the clock of you're supposed to have joy, and it's like really they're counting you down to put the shit over your head. It's a program. So, um, oh, El Dragon, what's happening? And hanging out in this late hour, you got to have.
Got to have vision.
Thank you for the kind words. I gotta talk my shit though. Did you see how my Braves serve your twin some Southern hospitality? Oh, that reminds me. Yes, I did. We lost. We lost the series down there because we definitely lost last night. Yeah, we lost the last two nights. They didn't show the game down here, but don't let me forget. Um, Perfect game. I know we can look that up. Okay, we can definitely look up the perfect game and just tell you. Um, what is this? Why did that happen? All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, right here. This is the shit right here. Let me get this shit up. Come on. I don't want to search in that. Okay, I guess I do. All right, I'm gonna search this right here. Um. All right. What we just recently had was completed a perfect game. Now, the first perfect game was Don Larson threw a perfect game during a 15. He threw a perfect game against the Yankees. I want to say he threw a perfect game against the Dodgers. Now, remember, baseball is 27 pitches, and that's a perfect game. A perfect game means you don't give up a run, you don't give up a walk. That's what a perfect game is. All right, and so we recently had this young man. Don't do that. Come on. You know what I'm looking for. You guys, oh, you don't want to give it up. You get some bitches. All right. Oh, there's another one. Let's see if they'll let us give this one up. Yankees pitcher throws Major League Baseball's first perfect game since 2012. And what do they put up here? The 24th perfect game. Now, is this a coincidence? Is this a coincidence? I mean, I don't think this is a coincidence. Super Slide, do you think this is a coincidence?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Now, this is not a coincidence. Again, it's the shaming. It's the shaming. So, do you see how they try to sneak, what they call it, sneak diss and shit? This is sneak dissing. This is sneak dissing. It's a win and a lose at the same time because the win is marked. The win is marked. And this is a high achievement. This is the rarity of it. But what is the odds that the rarity comes on the nigga number, the Jackie Robinson, the 24-42? Well, what is the rarity that it would come to that? So, as my man Zach says this is a mocking. And this is absolutely a mocking. A total mocking of the people. Like when I read this, I'm like, these motherfuckers. It's like it never stops. Now, as I said before, I live near 42nd Street. That don't mean shit. Or the highway's 42. So, I mean, this is the kind of thing they put in our face all the time, y'all. All the motherfucking time. They put that in our face. So I thought that was funny. That was just one thing that I thought was funny. I wanted to share. The Yankees pitcher, the perfect game. That's the fourth in Yankee history. Yes. It's not a coincidence. Yes, not at all by the numbers. Yes, exactly. It is not a coincidence. So I looked at that story and I just like this you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I got to pee. So I'm going to go pee. I'm going to play some of this news. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's right. Holiday's coming up. Holiday is coming up. Okay. I know what I can do. Sorry, I'm tripping. I'm a little slow tonight, y'all. I'm a little slow. But I don't need me to be rude. I got a subject. It's touchy, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just, like America is told like the biggest lies. And I guess I'll say just a little bit about this. Like America, and man, I really could. All right. I mean, just the lies of America. Well, before that, I'll keep that. Now I'll come back to this. But I gotta pee. I've been drinking all night and been smoking all day. Now I worked out. Like, yeah, I've been taking gummies but I worked out today. That's what I love about the Mall of America. I mean, you walk all 3 levels, you done did a couple miles easy. Actually, if you walk all the way around, I cut through the amusement park. Because I was like, I'm gonna move through here. And there's a joke up here. Fireworks are illegal up here. The new commissioner's talking about he's gonna come down on everybody for illegal fireworks. Come on now. You drive about 40 miles. Not even that. You got to just cross the border. And as soon as you cross the border, there's places you can buy fireworks. Like as soon as you get in Wisconsin, every exit is a fireworks. For like the first 40 miles, 50 miles, every exit you can go get fireworks. So who do you think they're selling it to? Okay, here we go. Let's see what the fuck they say they're going to do. We don't think they're going to do it, but then I can go pee. Take a break. Stand my old ass up. Here we go.
Andy Luger has generated big headlines, from his takedown of the largest COVID fraud ring in the country last year to the massive Minneapolis gang bust announced last month. As the state's top federal prosecutor, the range of crimes his office is responsible for is wide. But Mr. Luger has decided to focus the considerable resources of his office on fighting violent crime. I recently sat down with him to talk about why he felt the federal government needed to step in such an unprecedented way, and whether or not his approach is working. This is Andy Luger's second turn as Minnesota U.S. Attorney. The first time he sat in this seat, he was appointed by President Barack Obama. That term ended in 2017 when Donald Trump entered the White House. When Joe Biden became president, Luger threw his hat in the ring once again and was sworn in as Minnesota's top federal prosecutor for the second time in March 2022. So you're in the same office now.
I am. Same desk, same chair, same computers, everything.
But the state, he says, has changed dramatically.
People ask me, Julie, if, is it different than the first time? And it really is.
And what is the number one difference?
Violent crime. In the 5 years that I was gone, we as a society have come up with far more destructive ways to kill each other. Fentanyl being one. And the proliferation of automatic weapons through these switches or auto sears, as they're called, that didn't exist before. And that's changed the game.
Add to that, he says, everything we went through in the last 5 years, from the pandemic closing down the courts, the riots following George Floyd's murder, and the severe shortage of police officers that followed, all of it, he says, caused gang activity to explode.
There grew a sense, and I'm not saying this because it's what I think, it's what people we prosecute tell us, is that came to be a sense that there weren't consequences or there weren't severe enough consequences.
That is why he says he made the unprecedented decision to use the considerable power and resources of his federal office to prosecute crimes normally handled at the state level.
We decided, we being law enforcement, myself and others, that we needed to step in a big way, in a way that this office hasn't done before, certainly wasn't doing when I was U.S. Attorney last time, but that this had to be our focus, both to change the narrative on the streets and to show people we meant business.
Well, the FBI took
The first sign he meant business came in early May when Lugar announced a massive gang bust. Using the federal RICO Act, normally used to prosecute organized crime in mafia cases, to indict more than 40 alleged gang members.
The indictments unsealed today allege that the defendants engaged in a brutal and unrelenting trail of violence.
His office now also prosecutes carjacking cases, something unheard of in his first term.
I never once heard the term carjacking. 2021, 650 carjackings in Minneapolis alone. So we went from 0 to 600 overnight. That forced us to become a U.S. Attorney's Office and a city that focused on it.
And Lugar says he wants criminals to understand when they are tried for a crime in federal court, the consequences are drastically different than state court.
So you don't have a constitutional right to bail in the federal system. And if you're involved...
Let me interject. This is the difference between the feds and the state. This is I had a friend that was an attorney, worked for an attorney. And she broke it down perfectly. The difference between the feds and the state can be guessing and kind of seeing if they can go after you. Feds don't work like that. The feds have you. The feds aren't guessing. They when they come in, they already got you. Now what deals you make, whatnot, but when they come in, they got you. So that is what he's trying to tell you. If I prosecuting you in this city, I already got you.
Involved in a violent crime, chances are you're not going to be released. We catch. There's
tonight, I was involved in some violent crime. How do you say it? I got sticky with it. And so, I stuck something very violently tonight. So is he going to come after me for committing a violent crime in my house of getting sticky? That come from the Warriors. If y'all ain't watching the Warriors. But anyway, I'm sorry. It's a joke.
no release. And we don't have parole. So if you get sentenced to a 10-year mandatory minimum for having a switch or having a weapon, you're going to do the time. You're going to do it somewhere else.
And do you think that message is getting through?
They tell me it is. The people on the streets are telling us loud and clear that it is.
Lugar's decision to aggressively fight crime at the federal level has won him the admiration of many who felt state and local leaders were too soft on crime for too long. Is there no truth in that?
Here's what I say at dinner parties, and I get invited to fewer and fewer.
Okay, I don't want to hear his propaganda. Now, this is where I see they're being disingenuous. They're saying too soft on crime, but yet the feds are here because they're saying that they was fucking with niggas and the Hmong and the Indians too much. And now he has the nerve to say soft on crime. Again, we have a population of a lot of niggas in prison in Minneapolis, and we have federal prisons here too, up in Duluth, I think. There's a federal prison. So this is kind of disingenuous, but okay, let's go.
Fewer dinner parties. Because I just tell people what I think the truth is.
Yeah.
I think we look for simple solutions to really complex problems. Mm-hmm. And so violent crime is complex. Anybody who reduces the criminal justice system to a bumper sticker isn't being honest. There's no catchphrase, tough on crime, soft on crime. Nobody's got a magic solution. You try things, not everything works, but we got to try.
Lugar says it will take about 2 years to see if what he's trying is working. Where do you think we'll be at the end of your second term?
I'd like to believe, and it's my passion, that we can be the Minneapolis and the Minnesota that we were before the pandemic. Violent crime was not something people were talking about. I want us to be back there.
I disagree. That's disingenuous too. These motherfuckers been violent as hell up here. What the fuck is he talking about? People has been violent. But let me tell you, and this is yeah. Yeah, let me bring this back up. You guys suck. No. Okay, it just sucks. Came across something today, and I kind of want to break it down. Okay, and I know I can find this guy. Yeah, I'll show this. This is Rock Hudson. Y'all remember him? Y'all ever heard of Rock Hudson? He's died of AIDS. There's a special about him now. What was interesting is if you look at really his rise, and even you can even go James Dean, this was put out as the great American man, the masculine American man. This is what this was put out in the 50s and 60s. This guy was in the Navy. And I even think, you know, the Navy has some kind of initiation, but he fought in World War II and was in the Navy. And this guy was gay from the very beginning. But what America started doing is, and the way they explain it in his documentary is they say that they didn't like Rudolph Valentino and all them silent actors because they looked too soft. So America turned to this kind of thing. And I mean, we're going to see a lot of pictures with, you know, this is another guy, you know, they wanted to show their chest, to show guys was in shape. This was another thing. And you know, to not spoil it, but this is what he turned into. This guy died of AIDS, full-blown AIDS. And, you know, watch the documentary tells you, you know, this guy was, but he was groomed. He was groomed. He was made an idol to millions of people. But I only bring this up, and I want you to dig this. I want you to dig this. Rock Hudson is a perfect example of how Crowley created Hollywood. Crowley created Hollywood. And I mean the ritual that made this magic push through. Crowley created it. Now, if you can go into the Asherah cults, you know, you have the Asherah cults, you know, you want to get into a little bit of Wes Pinery's work, where Wes Pinery, you know, says that once the emerald was cut from Marduk's head and his shit was cut off, then Marduk and all Marduk's people worked in his priests started dressing as women. So I say that this was created by Crowley because what you see over and over again is America wants to tell everybody this is the strong American man, but behind the scenes, it wasn't what would typically for the times be considered a manly man. I mean, he lived a completely different life than what the propaganda told you. And like the propaganda was so bad, they forced him to marry a woman because people were starting to, you know, but he went into Hollywood. But it wasn't that he just went into Hollywood. It was like the whole story tells you how they they groom these men. And then even as he got older, he started grooming men. And they tell the story of the men that, he had relationships. But in the meantime, he's in the movies kissing women and shit. He had a TV show where he was married, Rockford Files. And then he was a chain smoker. So he had a triple bypass surgery. I mean, this dude at 59 looks nowhere near like I look. Trying to see. Okay, I'm probably going to search the other thing to bring him up again. Okay. Well, this is him and Elizabeth Taylor. All right. Him and Elizabeth Taylor and Giant, which is a pretty good movie. Giant is a good movie, actually. Let's see. But they put him as the American's leading man. As the masculine American leading man. And behind the scenes, this wasn't the case. I mean, this is what America is telling you. This guy is macking, and this is a common theme they show you. In the 50s, they wanted these dudes with their shirts off. The masculinity. This is the kind of the Adonis thing. Well, I'm sorry. Here we go. They highlight the shirts off. And then, later as, he started grooming men and stuff, and they would have all men parties. He openly lived with a man. This is the funny thing. He openly lived with another dude. They did a interview where they take pictures and shit, where they only have one bed. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. These dudes is getting dressed together, and ain't nobody really saying nothing until after the AIDS stuff came out. And even they hit it up until, Dynasty, where he kisses a woman. He don't kiss her. They do the fake kiss. They do the fake kiss. Here they go in Giant. I mean, he's constantly like this, but he wasn't living this life. But this is what they wanted America to push. The masculine America. You got the Mac, the pimp, getting a woman. But behind the scenes, this is not the real America. This is the Crawley world. And it's the same story over and over again. They get with somebody that they got to have a relationship with them to get further. Then they find somebody else they have to have a relationship with to get further. And then once they get to a certain point, they both hand each other, It's like, okay, I got enough money. I ain't got to really deal with you anymore. We just get paid together. I'll start grooming men. He starts bringing in young men. I mean, it's like, they talk about the cancel culture, but this is what America was doing to these men. These men in American movies is showing you super masculine. I mean, the only one, like John Wayne was one of the few. But they want you to think that America is this masculine thing, and behind the scenes in real life, people had to be laughing at America. Saying, you people are really asleep. You are really fooled. You really believe in these magazines thinking you might have a chance to marry this cat. And that's how they're selling magazines and shit, When all along. And I'm not trying to be rude. I am just saying that this is the lie of America. After World War II, they wanted to tell you that this is a big, strong America. So this is propaganda. And they show a small part that a lot of people have probably missed about Hoover. And again, Hoover, was melanated, and Hoover was also a homosexual. And yet he prosecuted both people. But they had a dossier on him and, said in the file. And it wasn't a secret. So do you see, Uncle Sam's curse? You've got this cult of Adonis out in Hollywood, this circulating young men in the movie business, the way Crowley set it up. And Rock Hudson is like, the peak of this at right after the war. Behind the scenes and in real life, this is not America. Not America is not the masculine men they put in these movies. It's quite the difference. It's quite the opposite. And the people that knew the real world knew what America really was and what really America was really portraying. They portrayed more than just a lie. And the recklessness of the lifestyle, that's the other part. Like, really, the recklessness of the lifestyle is so over the top. I mean, I talk about one time where I saw a real big orgy. Nothing like what they were showing. It was men, women. But well, to talk about, what a glory hole could be, it could be a mouth or you just see an ass. I mean, is anything like that for heterosexuals to do? Where you can just go and it's a pussy and you can, it's just a pussy coming out the wall. And you can just fuck the pussy and, just go. I mean, is anything like that men can do? It's just a pussy there and you can just, fuck a mouth or fuck a pussy. Is anything like that for a man? But they say in LA, Liberace, they show that in his movie. So why is the sexuality so over the top they're showing? I mean, it does really, take you back to Babylon or even Roman kind of times. So, wanted to throw that in on that Rock Hudson because I watched a lot of movies. The summer times like this, my mother and I would watch The Price is Right and The Young and Restless. At first, it was called Capital. Then it was called, what's the new one with the clothes? Old man, and I watched that shit like 10 years ago, but I forget what it's called now. But and then we would watch movies. I know Nick Taylor remembers TV50. Yeah, he probably remembers the Ghoul. TV50, you used to have a Ghoul and play the crazy movies, and then WGN would have Creature Feature. The music would go doom doom doo doo. I'd sing that music to my brother. It scared the shit out of that nigga. Like, don't sell the Creature Feature shit on me. But then then Elvira. Yeah, I remember Elvira. But anyway, all right. Another part. Okay, I'm a. Oh, B Brown, thank you, and thank you for joining. And thank you so much.
You got to have vision.
Thank you so much.
Shit, bro, I'm trying to make me some money.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this out, and then I'll just I'll go from there. But address a couple things because I can address a lot of shit. Okay. That up there? Where is that at? No. Okay, that's in there. Okay. Let me get this spelled right. Search. Okay. Come on. Let me search. All right, here we go. There we go. right. I am okay. Done. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Okay. All right. I'm gonna search this. All right. I can answer a couple questions because I'm a couple question answering nigga. So this is. All right. Here we go. I just want to show y'all I know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right. No, you didn't spell the shit right. All right. Where's this other shit coming from? Why isn't it erasing that? Oh, okay. Oh. All right. All right. All right. I want to read this with everybody. Here we go. All right. We are looking at the word innate. All right. And what does it mean? It is something that is possessed at birth. She had innate dancing talent. I think it is it's an abject word. Her innate capacity for organization. So it means you were born with it. All right? You was born with it. Now, I guess the question comes, and what is it? What time? We should have a time for this. What is this shit called? Yeah, we should have a time for this. This is this time.
You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes. You're a philosopher? Yes.
Okay, innate means you possessed it at birth. So therefore, you possessed where you came from before birth. You possessed that. You knew where you came from. And what's happened to most is that gets erased over time because that memory becomes less important. Now, if you take the way I think the Hindus do it, they say, it's predetermined. There's a bunch of screens. Somebody fucks and just jump into the screen. So there is, in that regard, there is an understanding that something did exist and you had a choice. Because even if you have a choice, even if you look at it as you had a choice to come here, you did exist as something before you came here. So that's why there's two words that are very similar. And this is the pushback. It's called knowing. Innate and knowing is the same thing, baby. Now, I've been very clear about being the hero twins and the monkey king. Living in Brahma's tears. Being somewhere with total peace. But if I needed to go to one of the realms, boom. So again, I wasn't in the realm. I had to be birthed into the realm. I had the ability to just go into it. But I had memory of what I was before I went into the realm. And then, not only that, get with King's rap. Not only that, being born out of the mountain. I mean, literally seeing all of our organs being born in the mountain. So that's where the knowing comes from. Because I do know what I was before this in several different capacities. So that's what innate, that's what knowing means. And then again, the Hindus, they cheat, but they show you, hey, you like Reddy said, he about to shoot off. Hey, there's some action going right there. Do you want to go right there? But the problem with that is, who would make the decision to be a baby and be tortured? Or the decision, that movie I just did, God is a Bullet. Who would make the decision to want to suffer like that? And you ain't Jesus. Who would you say? Who would you be saving? Reddy said, go to that, go into that. So it does appear like some people don't have a choice. And they can never recall what put them into it. And that seems very fake. That seems very fake. Man, again, you believe in the Hindus that you're gonna be, you watching somebody skeeting and you going right, you running that's a line, that's string theory. That's how they try to make the string theory go in. Now I can't speak for everybody, but the people that do know, they do know where they came from and where they're going. So, that's all. I had an answer for it, baby. I don't take jabs and let it go, baby. Sometimes I do, but I don't take jabs and just let them go because I got an answer for it. That's right. I got an answer for it. The energy is with me. So that's what knowing is. It's innate. It's built in us where we came from. We already know what to do. No fear. We just do it. That's all. So I wanted to get that in. Because you know what he say, I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. Oh man, y'all. Where's the question? Where did I did have a question that I wanted to. Oh, I know what I wanted y'all to say. Let me bring everybody back in. Let me see everybody. All right. Oh, hey, homie, thank you for joining. Where am I at? Homie, thank you for joining. And I know you got to have
vision.
Thank you for the nice words. Nico, thank you for joining.
Got to have vision.
To be up with me. There's a way to receive that download again. There's a way to receive the download. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's part of like what the solstice is. As part of like the solstice, like if you study really ancient man, and I mean, again, this comes into like creation and how the early people were really taught. Like you have to understand, it was like it when people are at a certain development of civilization, they are taught. They've got to be taught like children, and that I guess that even gets into the Adam and Eve kind of shit because they had to be taught, and it's like, and maybe this is we're pushed to study that kind of thing, but it appears like that is why you see the solstice, and you see like you go down I think it's the pyramid of the sun or the pyramid of the moon where you actually see the dragon come down during one of the solstices, and so these were times of downloads for ancient man. And these were the ancient man's cartoons, but the cartoons were more like downloads. And that really goes into, how slow the mind would teach, man. And that's the mind, using the most basic things to help man expand its awareness without forcing it. Or but that is the way it appears to be downloads. Now I can't just necessarily. I'm kind of thinking two things at once. I can't necessarily say that Demai did that because but it appears like it could. But it appears like it is something that wanted to feed people in that way, and that can't be denied. If you study very ancient things and see these solstice kind of movements, you see that they're complete downloads. So, yeah. So, but it's funny. I feel good being 62, I guess. And I really don't have any regrets. You know, I tease and say, you know, again, $50 makes me 400. Sly gave me 5. Somebody else gave me, Sly gave me 2. Somebody else gave me 5. So that puts me for the year $460. I'm rolling. I'm the most successful man who only makes $460 a year. So thank you. See? Nice guy. But yeah, these are just some things to be considered. That's all. I mean, you just have to see, you know, where you were. And can you get in touch with where you're going and where you came from? Because it's the same thing. Because you would only, you know, like when guys, let me see, what is one of my books back here? Yeah, right here. So like when I get into like this is you know, it's a Barnes and Noble's book, but it's basically your sun sign as a spiritual guide. And so even though it bases sun on the different zodiac signs, it's a way to tune. I guess that's my point. It's a way to tune. It's a way to tune not just this reality, but it's a way to tune into where you came from before and where you going. Yeah, that's the best way I can put that. And so when it's asking you, you know, your sun sign, this is more tuning that you can do. Again, astrology, your birth chart, all that can help you tune into where you came from and where you're gonna go. And you know, I give it to the Gipper. You know, it's, you know, but I don't know shit. I've always said, you know, you know, look it up. And you know, when I put look it up out there, that's what it is. It's like I can't do the work for you. You know, I do my own work. And I can't do the work for anybody. I have to do my own work. And that's what everyone has to do to reach certain points. I mean, the ancestors can only push you so far. So, oh, but you know, another thing up here in the Great White North, there's more I want to give you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's more up here. They're messing with people. Oh, here we go. Now, this is bogus. Oh, a couple bogus stories. All right, here's a couple bogus stories. All right. Here we go. What do we give her for this dress? Summer dress. I really got nothing to say about it. It's all right.
Holiday weekend is almost here, and Minneapolis city leaders are anticipating big crowds. To help keep things safe starting tomorrow night and going through the 4th, they're shutting down the Stone Arch Bridge. But we learned today that closure will be 2 hours shorter than originally planned because of community input. It will now close at 10 p.m. instead of 8 and will reopen at 6 a.m. Danny Spiewak spoke with the safety commissioner today for more insight into the city's plan. Danny?
Well, Julie, police had their hands full in Minneapolis last year on July 4th.
I go to Macy's too goddamn much. This ain't even Brooks Brothers, nigga. This is Macy's, straight up Macy's. All right, let's go. I mean, Macy's does have some nice, okay, but this is Macy's. All right, let's go.
As many of you probably remember, police responded that night to hundreds of calls just in that night and those early hour mornings of the next day alone, including illegal fireworks in the Mill District and a shooting that injured 7 people at Boom Island Park.
All right. Now, you ask me, how do I know? All right. When you don't get a suit tailored, there's very little they can do. They can kind of take it in here. When you get a suit tailored, everything is sewed on. Like they measure you, when they put this arm on, it is sewed to you. So you can see here, right here, this right here. You can tell this is not sewed in here. This is not a tailored made suit. Just right here. You see? Now, it appears like the one he chose, it looks like they added something. That's why it fits funny. But do you see the difference, what I'm saying? This is not, if the sleeve was made for you, this big hump right here, you see, even here, you see it's too much. Doesn't really flow good. Anyway, let's go.
This year, Commissioner Cedric Alexander says they're not going to let that happen again.
Each neighborhood has its own character.
Eileen Johnson organizes safety walks across Minneapolis.
Yes, because we all have a...
Oh, God.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing? God damn.
Organizes safety walks across Minneapolis.
Yes, because we all have a common goal.
Ahead of July 4th, she led a group this week through the Mill District.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Fireworks remain fresh.
Oh, I like it.
An easily forgettable night, but we feel confident for this year.
Already, Minneapolis police say they responded to at least one illegal fireworks report on Wednesday night.
Illegal fireworks, illegal actions is not going to be tolerated in this community, not as long as I am here.
Cedric Alexander became the city's...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This nigga talks like Jay Prince. Listen.
Here.
Cedric Alexander became the city's first community safety commissioner last August, 1 month after the July 4th chaos. What is the city doing this year to ensure that that doesn't happen again?
Well, we're paying very close attention to those geographic areas, and we're going to do whatever we can with the resources.
We're going to do everything we can. But I like this. Now, this isn't a tailored coat. Obviously, he doesn't even hardly have it. It doesn't even look like he took it in or anything, but it passes. This is stiff. Yeah, I like it. This is stiff. That color is nice. I give him a pass. I mean, again, this might, I don't know. I don't think a tailored suit's gonna really hike up like that. That is like in here. That hike up right there is caused by whatever they did to make it fit him in here. Not the way they would sew all that together. But anyway, he talks like Jay Prince. Goddamn.
That we have.
2 major events in particular will draw thousands to Minneapolis over the holiday weekend. First, Taste of Minnesota organizers say they'll have 100 MPD officers helping them Sunday and Monday.
Okay, I'm missing something here, guys. I've talked about this before. Before COVID, we had the Super Bowl here and the Final Four. I went down to US Bank and paid, I think it was $35 and got to see all the Super Bowl shit. It was really nice. I told the story about my best friend Tony and his children. We got to go to the Final Four stuff the Sunday before. There was an army of police. And being an ex-police officer, I know what an army looks like. Like I can remember that Sunday specifically because the Super Bowl was a little different. I mean, it was thousands of people here, but well, it's still all downtown. But it was an army for the Super Bowl. Let me. I guess I should back up. But I didn't really notice it in the way. Like I saw it. But to really kick into what really was there, kicked in kicked in with the Final Four. Because I saw the Army, but there was a lot of different armies there. I mean, it was a limo army. I mean, it was really, really odd. But anyway, so when the Floyd stuff happened, I was kind of like, wait a minute. There was an army of motherfucking police. What happened to this army? And again, it was ATF. It was the terrorist police and all that but it was the army of police, y'all. These two events that was like within the year, it was literally an army of police. And I was just telling the story of that Sunday. Remember going to this event and seeing like 20 cars, which was odd. I noticed. I'm like, we going to town. I'm like, damn, there's a car. Damn, there's another car. Then there's another car. So now they're saying they can come up with 100. What happened to the army? What happened to the army? Because there was an army. And that's what the thing about Floyd I didn't understand either. It's like, what happened to this army of the police that was here? That made no sense. You got to call dudes from the National Guard. You know how long that takes to call guys to come up? Oh, and now, maybe Nick can like email me or something, tell me, but now they are switching the way the army gets in shape. Did y'all catch that shit? I don't feel like looking it up, but now they are switching the way the army gets in shape. I watched the dude in the Air Force lose rank, and I never understood how he had rank because motherfuckers smoked this shit. All these niggas had to do is run 2 miles and do so many. They had to run 2 miles. That was like the basic thing in some sit-ups and push-ups. And this dude lost rank because he couldn't even do the 2 miles. I was like, okay. So now they're gonna work on isolate different kind of ways to get in shape. I'm sorry, I went all over the place with that one. But let's hear what the Jay Prince guy got to say, or what the Minnesota people got to say.
Also Monday, MPD will play backup to Park Police with the laser light show at Boom Island Park.
Do you have the staffing right now to be able to cover such a wide area?
Okay. Now this is the dumbest shit in the world. Let me tell you something. Since I've lived here, or I've been here since '85 was the first time I came here. The city of Minnesota, the city of Minneapolis, their light show sucks. The suburbs is where the fireworks for the suburbs is where you go. Literally, the city of Minneapolis, all they did is shot one big one up and said, hey, niggas, go home. So for them to say now it's going to be a light show. So who cares about a light show? People go to town like, ooh, they putting the lights up in the sky. Look at the lights. If you go to the Indian reservation, there's lights like a wigwam. The big circle in the sky, and it represents like a big wigwam. But it also shows you the way to go to the casino. You driving and shit, and you see the light, just keep following the light, and you'll get there and can gamble your motherfucking ass off. All right, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just get, the spirit moves me. The spirit moves me. Okay, Jay Prince, what you got to say?
All are working in concert with each other, whether it's transit, police, park police.
Thank you.
Also at this week's Safety Walk, MPD First Precinct leadership told neighbors they're devoting...
Wait a minute. Is that Trotsky? What is showing Trotsky? Where is here? They got a picture of Trotsky. This is Langston Hughes. Is that Lenin? That ain't even, no, that's not Langston Hughes. That looks like Lenin, but this is definitely Trotsky. Why is Trotsky in downtown Minneapolis? And the cops taking pictures of, I'm pretty sure this is true. Maybe this looks like Trotsky to me, but okay. I'm slow. Maybe I'm
Safety
tripping.
Walk MPD First Precinct leadership told neighbors they're devoting more resources downtown during weekend overnights.
Dramatic decrease in victims because of the efforts and the work of all these professionals that we work with.
Now, Park Police are also playing a big role in safety this weekend. The Park Police chief actually said earlier this year.
Well, I want to share because I'm slow, but we have the Park Police, we have the Metro Police, and we have the Minneapolis City Police. So, but that's not all, y'all. I try to get the people what they want. The people say this is what we want, so give it to us. Now I don't know this story. Okay.
Well, as we mentioned,
I don't know this story. I really don't know all the ins and outs. So don't judge me because I'm contrary to rumors. Gigolos get lonely too. No, but I don't know, but they want to tell you. So I'm gonna let you listen because I want to be entertained too. So let's be entertained together. Now her suit fits her very well. This is ooh. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, a smaller person, but whoa, this is nice. Shirt. Ooh, that shirt is, yes, this is a handmade shirt. Wow. That is nice. But okay, let's go.
Pride Month ends tomorrow, and so a lot of those rainbow flags.
What? It ends when?
Oh, and so a lot of those rainbow flags. Well, as we mentioned, Pride Month ends tomorrow, and so a lot of those rainbow flags and things like that will get put away, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year, and up goes the red, white, and blue for July 4th. But a local designer says he wanted something
Wait, what did you say?
White and blue for July get put away, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year. Things like that will get put away, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year. That will get put away, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year. And up goes, that will get put away, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year. And up goes the, maybe just disappear for the rest of the year. And up.
So, okay, it can come out in June, but fuck thinking about it for the rest of the year. Okay, let's go.
Goes the red, white, and blue for July 4th. But a local designer says he wanted something Pride related to be visible all through the year. And he didn't think it should be that hard. To tell the story, here's Sharon.
During a month when retailers opt in for a rainbow makeover, Paul McEnany Rodriguez says he wanted something more every day.
As a queer individual, I'm not just queer in June. This is me every single day.
As he wanted something more every day.
Okay. Okay, y'all, hey. Doesn't it look like he's standing on a scale weighing himself? Like, why would they get on the ground to make this shot? It looks like he's standing on a scale weighing himself. Why would they make this shot? But okay, let's go.
Rodriguez says he wanted something more every day.
As a queer individual, I'm not just queer in June. This is me every single day.
Rainbow gear harder to find the other 11 months of the year, which is why he decided to create Prideletics.
My slogan is Sport Your Pride, which I thought was kind of clever.
Athletic wear for all, year round.
The thing I'm most proud about with the business is that we celebrate diversity and inclusion within the LGBTQ plus community year round. And that's kind of the biggest reason for the brand. We've seen that some corporations can be under the rainbow washing lights as of late, especially during Pride Month. Some large other companies will create products just for June.
From visors and running tanks to t-shirts and hoodies, McEnany Rodriguez, who has always been big into sports, says the gear isn't just for people who actively...
Wait a minute, what the fuck was that? What is this? Like, what is this? Like, he's got a spiked tail, but what is this? What does this mean right here? Y'all got me. What does this mean? Oh, this is okay, it's a lion or some shit? Okay. But he's got the spiked tail. All right, let's go. I'm sorry.
McEnany Rodriguez, who has always been big into sports, says the gear isn't just for people who actively play a sport. His design's subtler than some others he's seen.
And it's always just super loud, and it's always like a terrible 100% cotton, really uncomfortable shirt. So one of the main things that I really wanted to do was find like the most comfortable material that actually worked. I prefer more of like the quieter, the more minimal designs, and that's been resonating with our audience.
The message resonating with the audience too, especially when Prideletics.
Okay, guys. I didn't think they would show this. Guys, I'm going to have to be honest with you. I've been having a secret life, and I did not know that they were going to show this, but I make a little more money than what I say, and they're showing you why I make more money. I did not know that I would be on camera for this scene, but yeah, they give me $20 for doing the games, and yeah, I'm even got on shin guards. So they only give me $20 to show up in the games to wear this outfit. So, you know, I'm sorry I didn't add that in. I've only done like a handful of games. So, okay, give it another 80 bucks. So give me 560 bucks for the year. Okay, the most successful man who only makes 560 bucks. But I didn't know this they was gonna show that this is me. Yes, I won the contest to do the funky chicken, so I get to be the funky chicken during what are they called? Yeah, whatever they're called. They just call me and say, "Come on over, and you can do the funky chicken," and they pay me $20 to just dress up and run around. And you know, I get smoke breaks and they buy all the beer and shit. I go have a good time. You know, I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all about this, but you know, they let me do laps around here and shit. And it's a really good workout. You know, I wear Adidas, even though the shoes is trash. I wear Adidas. I can right now. I can go show you these shorts right now. If you don't think I can show you these shorts right now. These shorts right now are right outside my door. So this is like what I do in my spare time. This is the loon, I think, but you know, Target like pays me to wear this shirt too. So, you know, I didn't think I'd be exposed. So, you know, before like somebody comes on and says, well, you know, he runs around. He runs around, you know, the soccer place and shit, you know, dressed up as the crow and shit with the Adidas shit on. So I'm sorry I didn't like tell y'all I did this, but I feel bad. But okay, let's go. Let's hear the rest of it. I didn't know I'd be exposed. That's fucked up, you know. They didn't tell me about this. But okay, let's go.
X was awarded the L'Etoile du Nord Award.
Oh yeah, you see, I'm strong right there. You look at me, you just looking at the red eyes. You ain't even paying attention to them. See, now let's do the green lines. See, Sly? Let's see. My head is only leaning because the shit is heavy. See, you see how I'm like keeping space here? You see, Sly? I'm keeping space, so my green line is perfect. You see, the helmet is heavy. This is heavy and hot, baby. So, you know, I'm leaning a little bit because it's like heavy. I'm old. But you see how I kept perfect distance? I got my shin guards on, you know, ready to kick them if, you know. But do you see this? The green line? See, I'm not really in the picture, really, you know. I'm kind of just there because Target pays me, but let's go.
Award by the Minnesota Loons for being a champion.
Yeah, see, I'm a champion with the Loons. There we go. Yeah, it's the Loons. That's who I work for, the Loons.
It just meant a
See, y'all did not know. One day, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to have a crow head on. No, I can't because I only do it for the Loons. But if you want to go to a Loons game, I got you. And I will take a picture with you with the head on. So any of y'all want to come to Minnesota, because they make these motherfuckers play in the snow. It'll be snowing out there, and you know I have the crow head on, and I have a mink coat on, you know. But I be running around and shit. You know, it's good exercise. I be hyped and shit, giving people 5. I can take a gummy break. They give me plenty of beer, and I stay in shape. So sorry I didn't tell y'all that. Forgot about that part. Okay, let's let them continue with their story. They might show me again.
It's a lot to be in front of thousands of people on the specific LGBTQ plus Pride Night. All these people with a similar mindset. Even at the beginning of the game, they pull up this massive banner in the fan section, and it was about trans rights, which is huge, being seen by thousands of people, and being part of that night meant a lot.
Sporting Pride 365 days a year.
Okay, well, that's what they show. So I wasn't sure about the story, but I wanted to share that story with you. And I was caught off guard. I really didn't anticipate being on, but you know, sorry, because I know one of y'all like background checking me and shit and like, this nigga's at the Loon games and shit. So, you know, oh, okay. Oh, no. But you know, they be like up here is dangerous. Don't bring a Hyundai up here. You bring a Hyundai up here, it might get stolen. Ain't that what he told you? It was from 0 to 600. Nobody ever stole a car up here, 0 to 600. Oh, this is one of my favorite actors, too. What does she got to tell us?
Family tells us they wish they never visited Minnesota. The family of 6 had their vehicle loaded up with all of their possessions during a vacation. Family tells us they wish they never visited Minnesota. The family of 6 had. A Texas family tells us they wish they never visited Minnesota. Tells us they wish they never visited Minnesota. The family. They wish they never visited Minnesota. The family. They never visited Minnesota. The family of 6 had their vehicle.
That shit is so funny to me. These motherfuckers like, hey. We went in there and bought all this shit. People stole our shit. They be like, fuck Minnesota. Like really, you can go across town and have a flat tire, and you wish you never went over there because you got a flat tire. They like Minnesota is trash. Minnesota is trash. You go to Minnesota, you get. All right, I'm sorry. This shit is funny to me. Oh, this shit is too funny to me. All right, I'm sorry. I'm tripping, y'all. All right, tell us what's happening.
Loaded up with all of their possessions during a vacation to the mall.
Oh, let me make this clear. To all y'all out there, I want to make this clear. I was driving, but I was not drinking. All right, let's make that clear. No, that's not right. I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. That's right. I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. Do you dig? Because the girl jumped in my lap, and I'm like, what you jumping in my lap? You know I can't be driving. So I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. So I wanted to make that clear. Just in case you read the tabloids tomorrow, I was drinking, but I wasn't driving. But okay, let's go.
Of America this week. The fun ended quickly when a thief made off with about everything that they had. Our Corn Hoggett is live at the mall for us tonight, and you were able to catch up with the family today just hours.
Wait a minute. What? They took everything they had. Why did they drive a U-Haul up here? When they parked at their U-Haul at the Mall of America, somebody stole their U-Haul. Everything. She said everything. She said they stole everything. Why would you say everything? Oh, I was here earlier today. Now, this is pimpy looking shit. This is the hotels that leads into the mall. All right, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not even seeing the shit. Okay. If you niggas want to stay here, this is the hotel right here. These is the hotels. So, don't come. Hey, let me give you niggas some advice. Don't bring everything to Minnesota. Don't bring everything to Minnesota. Do not bring everything you own to Minnesota, because it is still it. Everything you own will get stolen, so don't come up here with everything you own. Oh, don't do it. Don't bring everything you own. Somebody will know and be like, hey, that's everything they own. Let's go get it. Oh, I didn't know people did that. I didn't know people did that. I didn't know people just went somewhere and took everything they own with them. Okay, I'm blind now. I'm from crying. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's let them tell it. I'm spoiling it. Okay. Let's let Rex tell it. Oh my
After
goodness.
they made it back to their home in Texas.
Yeah, that's right. The Turner family wanted to move to Minnesota maybe, but then they came here to the mall. When they came back out, their SUV was gone, and then they wanted nothing more than to leave Minnesota. The Texas Turners picked Minnesota as a destination for their...
Damn! No! 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 This is one of them stories where I thought it was definitely not niggas. God damn. Oh, this was a story where I knew it wasn't no niggas. Oh, this story gets better and better. Okay. I would have never thought this happened to some niggas. Okay, first of all, okay. Let me show you something. This is like Ikea. Ikea is right behind him. In front of him is Ikea. All right? The ball is behind him. Ikea is in front of him. Yeah. So you don't want to park out here. You can go park near the mall. Okay. I was caught off guard. I'm sorry, y'all. I was caught off guard. I didn't think this was going to be this kind of story, but let's hear it. This is a great way to start the day.
Minnesota is the destination for their last summer vacation as a full family of 6. So they loaded up their 2002 Chevy Suburban.
We call it Big Blue.
And drove to Bloomington.
Walk to the Mall of America.
Okay. Whoa, they are parked in the ramp. I'm going to clarify something. If everything you own fits in here, I don't know what to tell you. This is the lights. So there's no LEDs. So this is roughly what is this? A Suburban 10-8. This is an 8 Suburban 08, something like that.
We call it Big Blue.
And drove to Bloomington.
Okay, and look at this is not even the bucket seats back here. You know, this is a pretty standard model, but you know they happy in this picture. They was real happy. You know, they traveling to Bloomington. They happy and shit. Look at this nigga. He's really happy. He's got the Nipsey something shit hat on. So these are some happy niggas, man, and it just makes me think of.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, okay, that's what I'm trying to find out. Let's hear what they do.
Walk to the Mall of America.
Their day got off to a great start as they mapped out the mall.
We were just in awe.
They got lost in the amazing Mirror Maze, and 2 of the girls looked for rides in Nickelodeon Universe.
It was fun. We went on.
Oh my goodness, you know, I'm lying. Y'all catching me all kind of lies tonight. Man, let me tell you, I took some acid earlier today and I was all on that shit, spinning around and shit. I forgot about that part. I was like, man, I was on some shit and they put me on that. And, you know, you can just stay on it. I'm like, hey, I won't keep going. They'll let you keep going. Long as you got the pass. But okay, let's go. I had a flashback. I'm sorry.
It was fun.
It was fun?
We went on mostly all of them.
But their roller coaster of a day ended on a dramatic downhill when they walked back into the parking lot and realized someone stole Big Blue.
And we were like, oh, you know, just all sense of hope, all sense of every feeling that you could think of, you know, it
looks like they have shelter. 6 niggas can still Uber somewhere, so they're not. I mean, yes, I'm sorry they got Big Blue stolen, but I mean they got shelter right now, and it still looks like well, I mean, I understand, but I'm sorry. Let's hear it.
It came out, and so Kylie actually started crying.
The mall has security cameras all around and security officers on frequent patrol, but they couldn't stop the theft. Bloomington police are investigating. The Turners say they kept most everything in the SUV, trusting the mall security over anything at hotels. They lost an iPad, the father's wedding ring, and the keys to their home, among other items. So instead of staying longer like they planned, among other items, at hotels, they lost an iPad, the father's wedding.
Why was his wedding ring in the car? Like, goddamn, dad, okay, this makes sense. He was creeping. See, dad done left it. He done left them in a certain part of the mall, and dad was creeping. He was on the creep. Why would you take your wedding ring off in the car? That's why, again, that car was older. It didn't have a push start. Because you have push starts, you don't even need fucking keys, you know? So what did you driving 1,000 miles without push start? So that, I'm kind of blaming the victim for, not having the right technology. But anyway, to losing their house keys. So I tell you what, you better fly to Texas and hope they don't come and change your locks. But let's go.
Ring and the keys to their home, among other items. So instead of staying longer like they planned, they chose to leave Minnesota and the bad vibes as quickly as possible, renting a vehicle and driving home within hours of becoming victims.
You see? Problem solved.
But they wanted to leave a message behind.
Like, I don't know why someone looked at that car and said, damn, some Arabs in Istanbul. Is Arabs in Istanbul would want this '08 Suburban. It's like, yeah, we really want those. Okay, so this is 600. What did J. Paul say? It was 600 car. No, the Fed dude said 600 car thefts. Well, this is 601, buddy. Like, why would someone want this? Like, I don't get it. It's like, what was that movie, Nicolas Cage, where, they were stealing cars? No one wants this car. This is a joyride car, but let's go.
People of Minnesota, if y'all see our vehicle, please reach.
Honey, your vehicle is in Istanbul. They called me and told me Big Blue is in Istanbul. I got $20 off the deal, so I'm sorry. I didn't know it was y'all car. They asked me, somebody said, did you see any big-ass ugly cars in the garage? Even though I wasn't parked in the garage and I didn't go in the garage, but I was like, you know what? I bet you could go into the garage, because I parked in front of Macy's. I was like, I bet you can go into the garage and you can find '08 Suburban with black rims on it that you'll like. And it's got an out-of-state plate. And they said, cool. And now this story. Come on. Nobody cared about that.
Reach out to the police department.
And the family started a GoFundMe page to help replace.
And again, if you come here, these are the hotels. They're both nice. Good food. IKEA's across the street. Don't park here. Park where they park. Doesn't seem to be doing anybody any goddamn good.
Place Big Blue and all the items that were taken from it. We'll have a link to that on our website.
Yeah, in pawn shops, you're going to get his diamond ring, his wedding ring, and be on the lookout for Big Blue. I was caught off guard, when they do like who, you try to figure out who has these problems. What? Oh. No warning, no second chances if you boat and drink. Damn, they gonna come hard on you.
Just got.
Hey, y'all, if y'all boat and drink, they coming down hard on you. Because that's exactly what I was gonna go do tomorrow. I was gonna boat and drink. But now I'm scared. I don't know if I want to go boat and drink now because they got me scared. They're going to be out there looking for me. Damn. And, I got just the regular row your boat, but, I can get out there pretty deep, and I'm just like, I just set my anchor down and, I just be like mellow and nobody, the motorboats come by me and everybody waves at me and shit. And I'm just in my rowboat, they don't fuck with me or nothing, Now, one time, I will admit, I was like rowing, but I just kept going in circles for some reason. So they did come check on me. It's like, why are you rowing in circles? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying it. And so they explained to me, and it's like, this is why you going in circles. You got to do it like this. So I was like, thank you. It's like, I'm not drunk, but I just didn't know how to do it right. So sometimes they can be helpful if you don't know how to do it. But here we go. I think they're looking for me.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We are just hours away from the start of the 4th of July holiday weekend.
For real?
And that means you will see a lot more law enforcement out on the lakes. It's part of a 3-day national campaign called Operation Dry Water. But this year, there is a new layer of safety. Jennifer Hoff has details.
Julie, a beautiful day out on whatever water you might choose, although a little windy by this afternoon. But whatever water you're out on, keep in mind that Hennepin County, for the first time, will be partnering with paramedics. They will be actually out on the boats with.
See, I told you, my boat is like right over there behind that boat right there. This is Medicine Lake, I think. But I think my boat is like right behind that boat. But see, I told you, I always feel like somebody's watching me. See, these is my neighbors and shit. Yeah, my neighbors are all swimming and shit. Yeah, I know where this is at.
With those deputies to try to make the response time to help you that much quicker. Lake Minnetonka is one of Minnesota's busiest lakes, patrolled by different agencies with the same goal this holiday weekend.
And your decision to drink puts all sorts of lives at risk. We have zero tolerance for people operating boats.
Damn, I didn't know they walked around with floaties on. Oh, I want a floaty like this. I didn't know they walked around with floaties on. I like this. Where can I get me? Are these floaties bulletproof? Well, they couldn't be bulletproof because then they couldn't be floaties, but I want a floaty like this. Damn, and you can get it buckled all around you. Oh, where can I get one of these? This is nice. Look at them big buff guy got the floaty too. Why these chicks got the floaties? Why only them got the floaties? They on the water too? Give everybody floaties, damn.
All sorts of lives at risk. We have zero tolerance for people operating boats or vehicles under the influence.
The DNR saying half of all boating incidents here involve alcohol.
And you'll be running call to call all day long.
This year, though, they'll have extra help, partnering for the first time with Hennepin EMS. 15 paramedics in all on board with special equipment.
A ton of other tools that we wouldn't have in our disposal.
And specially trained in everything from burns and dehydration to drowning.
The time saved is...
Well, I'm going to say this. I don't be drowning, but you know, like I'm the kind of guy, I like the simple life. But you can buy shit now. And like, you can buy these really big like beds. You know, you can blow them up and you can just like anchor them. You know, I roll my boat and I pull this big bed behind me and I just lay on the bed. Now, I'm not going nowhere. I'm out of the boating lane. And I tend to get drunk on it. Like my friends like to come and we get drunk. Like all of us roll. Like we're not rich niggas. None of us have this motorboats. We all roll out to the big bed. You know, while I'm rowing, they rowing behind me. And we have our drinks. And you know, we're going to be out there like 8 hours. So why would they hassle us? Because again, we're not running in a motorboat. The worst we could do is go in circles. I just explained. That's the worst. So do you think they should mess with me? I think I'm safe. Because, like, we get fucked up out on the rubber, you know, the big rubber thing. You know, like, it looked to be like, you remember you could do the shit where you got the long stick and you jump, you pole vault, you land on the shit. I got some of that shit you can take out in the water. You know, I got a rowboat and I got this big thing. And all my friends go out. So I hope they don't hassle me. You know, are you guys like me? Well, I'm off every day, but like most of you niggas should be off from yesterday till Wednesday. Wednesday is the official day you niggas need to go back to work. Not me, but you. And it is the end officially of the June Boys, my 60-second turnaround. Yeah. So, okay, I'm sorry. I get distracted talking about myself when you guys want to know what's going on in the water.
Huge.
When we're out in the water, the paramedics can't get to us, but if they're with us.
Oh. And for those out there that's coming to my wedding, I forgot to tell you, I've already booked it. We're going to throw axes and shit at shit. And like, so if you got somebody you don't like, they even let you throw the axes. You can like print the picture and they put the picture up and you can throw the axe at the picture. So those of the that's coming, that's what we're doing for my best man or what do you call it, whatever, the night before. I don't go to strip clubs. I go throw axes at pictures of my exes and people I don't like. So if any of you want to join me to throw axes at pictures of motherfuckers we don't like, they let us do this. I done rented it out for 2 hours. You can throw all the goddamn axes you want in 2 hours. Just don't throw them at each other, and definitely don't throw them at me. But anyway, I had to mention that. If that's interested you and you got an invite, then we're going to be some axe throwing ass niggas, for real. But okay, I want you to point this out. I like her floaty too. She has a floaty too. Or is this? Yeah, this is. I think yeah. She has a floaty though. Man, I like the floaties. Man, where can I get the floaty?
It's been a great partnership.
The 4th of July can be a fun time of the year, but it comes with a very clear message
Drunk boating is drunk driving.
and very real consequences that are just as sobering.
And I lost my daughter Jordan to an impaired driver.
An 18-year-old whose life was cut short 10 years ago, and a mom whose mission it is now to make sure everyone stays safe.
I'm trying to just get clear of this. This is MAD? So is this part of MAD? We just saw the Murdoch guy. He was drunk driving and ran into a viaduct and killed a young lady. Very similar to this. Is this the same girl? But that was in a different state. So that was in South Carolina. So that couldn't be the same girl. I don't think she was on a river in South Carolina with Murdoch. But look at all of them. Oh, they got a nigga in here. Oh, they got a nigga in here. They had to have a nigga in here. Look at this. All these Europeans, but they snuck a nigga in there. And look at this. The nigga don't got a floaty. Oh, see, they want to tell you, oh, I'm not showing y'all. Look at this. They didn't give the nigga a floaty. But this is their daughter, which I don't think Murdoch's, I don't know the story, but the nigga didn't get a floaty. He's got a floaty. He's got a floaty. He's got a floaty. His belly would float. His belly would float. Look at these niggas ain't in shape. He's got a floaty, but the nigga don't have a floaty. Why doesn't he get a floaty? I'm like gonna talk to them about this. But okay, let's go.
Whether on the roads or the water.
Please make the decision to stay sober and to have a sober ride. Why risk it? Why?
Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because you're on a goddamn boat. And if you only make it go, like if you're just rowing like this, you're not going very fast. Even if you got a ski-doo, if you don't run into nobody, why are they fucking with you? But you can have a sober, that's why you can be like 2 years old and drive a boat. So if you got a baby, let the baby drive the boat while everybody else gets drunk. That's the answer. You got children. Children can drive boats at like 2 years old. They let children up here drive boats. It's just like in other countries, like the baby polar bears know how to jump on the ice with the mama polar bear. That's the same thing up here. So much water up here, we have to teach our children very young how to drive boats. So I have no problem. Like I know I'm not the only one that used to make their children go to the refrigerator and bring them a beer. Do you know this is a habit of men and their children that goes back, years. It goes back years. Like, little nigga, go get me my 40. That used to be 40s, or it used to be double deuces. Like, go get my double deuce. And they knew exactly what I was talking about. So I don't think I was the only one that did that. And then later my son said that he used to like take drinks, but I'm like, you didn't open it. So how did you take a drink? I didn't tell the nigga to go in there and pop the bottle cap and bring me the goddamn beer. I said, nigga, just go in there and get the beer and bring the beer back to me. I cracked the top. So he's trying to tell stories that I'm like, no, it didn't work like that. I wouldn't accept a beer that had the 40 already open. I would think he was trying to poison me. Because, my children have tried to poison me, and I'm too smart to be poisoned. But they tried to poison me, so, okay. Let them finish the drunk boat driving story.
Trish Whaling, who you heard from there, says that she is participating this year like she has every year in a national event called Walk Like Mad. It's sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and she's done that every year since Jordan passed away. And this year, she was very excited.
Well, you know what I call that? 10 years, I call that you can't let go. And when it's the anniversary of driving on the boats, you trying to get attention. I mean, is it really that Like a lot of niggas don't get caught drink driving and killing niggas on the boats. I mean, it's not very common. Do you understand? Now, me and my group of guys, we go boating every week. We ain't killed each other yet. Every week we go boating. You know, and then like, okay, I have to tell you full transparency. I'm sorry. I don't tell, I hold back information, but I got a boat that's got a motor, you know, like electric little motor and shit. Now, my electric motor go about 4 knots. It's faster. No, not really. I can roll faster than 4 knots. But it's this electric little motor, and you know, it's just like, you know, it's smooth. And I will have a beer or two. So do you guys think that I should be threatened by these Nazis for having a little electric motor? Is that the same thing? I can't go very fast. I gotta hold the little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I can drive up here. No, I got the electric little motor and I gotta hold the little motor while I go. Unless you niggas don't know what electric little motor on a boat is. You know, you gotta hold it. It ain't like I'm driving up here and steering. No, nigga, I'm driving and holding the motherfucker, moving, going like this. It's just like this. You know, just, oh, I like this. Oh, with the chair. Oh, electric motor. No, you nigga. Okay, let me stop. So I feel threatened. I feel threatened. And I need y'all support because I feel threatened tonight. Let's go.
Excited to tell me that she will have the largest team in the nation. This is a nationwide event, and they're doing that to remember Jordan. And maybe it's just a good reminder for everybody else to remember what her family.
Okay, that is okay. That is necromancy. That is necromancy. I mean, I hate to get deep, but that is necromancy. That is necromancy like a motherfucker. Everybody's, you know, getting together because, you know, that's bad luck also. That is bad luck that, oh, yes, you want to see this. Oh, you guys missed this. You want to see this. I know you.
This is far and away the most dangerous.
Oh, I got to, let me see what the chat is saying. I'm sorry, I get carried away. You know, I get carried away. I said, watching you, all shoes of my apple. St. Eyes. Oh, yes. Okay. I got one for y'all. Oh. Okay. Y'all gonna have to, you know how I move and I'm hyper as shit. I'm moving, grooving. But, okay. I want to have a vote on should I go see Indiana Jones? Because I really have no interest. My 3 years of college football, my college coach made us go see football game, go see movies every night, every Friday night before the Saturday game. So that is 33 movies. And I think in those 33 movies, I saw the first 2 or 3 Indiana Jones. So, what do you guys think? Should I go see Indiana Jones? I don't really care to do a breakdown, but I like to go to movies. They got good. A local brewery. I can get a beer like this. You see this cup? They laugh. I tried to bring my cup in. They laughed. They said, you don't want that little cup. And you know, they gave me a big stein. Like I got a big stein. They gave me a big stein in the movie theater. You know, they laughed at the Killian barrel glass, and they gave me a big stein. So when y'all come here, check this out. When y'all come here, they will, when we throw axes, they give us steins, and we get to drink steins and throw axes at pictures of people we don't like. What better time could you have? What better time could you have? Big ass steins full of local brewery, and then when you get done throwing the axes, we're going to go watch a movie, and we're going to drink more steins, order hot wings, order quesadillas, order pizza, order popcorn, and get the Indiana Jones. Well, I don't know what Indiana Jones 10 or not. Yeah, but that's all we could do here. So, this story is wonderful. I got a beautiful story for you. Oh, yes. Oh, we got to see this. Y'all want to see this. This is hot news. Hot news. Oh, is this magenta? Is this young lady wearing magenta? Is that magenta? She's not very cute. Like, man, she's not very cute. But okay, let's hear her story.
Well, congratulations. This is so exciting. Tell me how you're feeling right now.
Honestly, this is on my body, so cloud nine.
Like, why did she have to quantify? She sounds like them niggas in Chicago. On folks, on my sister, on God. Why do people quantify? Well, why is young man? That go back to George Floyd and on my mama. And that goes back to, your mom is the most closest thing to you. So if you give your word is you say it's on my mama. And you got all these young niggas from New York, they quantify, on folks, on my sister, on my uncle, on my cousin's horse. Why do you have to quantify? Is that how unbelievable niggas are, that if they don't quantify, people don't believe them? Hey, you didn't say on your sister's cousin's guinea pig. Is that just a young person thing that you've got to quantify? To be honest, that's quantified. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go.
And just truly still sinking into all the emotions and the high of success, but also just sharing it with everyone that has supported me on this journey.
Yeah, getting used to wearing the crown, right?
Yeah, right? I know, it's some new hardware. I'm getting used to it all.
For people sitting at home watching, let's let them know a little bit about you and where you came from.
Yes.
Okay, let's God damn, girl, like what, like it's been sunny here. Why, like, look at her. She is clearly, sun-kissed. Look at this vampire. Well, where you been? She's got a dress on and no pigment whatsoever. Again, she can't receive the sun. All right, let's go.
For people sitting at home watching, let's let them know a little bit about you.
And this chick here ain't very cute. I have to say, she's not very cute, but let's go.
Where you came from.
Yeah, so name Angelina Amerigo, and my local title, I was Miss West Central when I was crowned. Wonderful community in Morris, Minnesota, and they actually have their local competition coming up. We're already crowning the Miss Minnesota class of 2024. Someone's already out to get my job, even though I was just crowned. No, but I'm just so excited to start crowning these young women who will then be this next generation of young leaders and join the Miss Minnesota Sisterhood.
Let's talk a little bit about your talent, because you are incredibly talented. First of all, college in Moorhead, right?
Yes. Yep.
And you are an actor, dancer, singer. You're all the things, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm an actor, dancer, and singer, and that was really the root of all of my passions growing up. And then growing up, I also was just a huge fan of social media and videography and photography, and I found these passions at quite a young age. So I'm studying digital media management with an emphasis in advertising and public relations, which just goes hand in hand with my passion for supporting the Miss Minnesota organization and bringing that to new heights. And then along with that, my talent, dance. I've been a dancer since the age of 2 years old. Huge shout out to my dance studio, Delmonico Dance, and my team of choreographers who got me to the Miss Minnesota stage, Kelly and Isabella Amerigo, who...
Okay. Look, I've been doing the twist since 1963 at least. I could do the, the jerk. I could do the jerk. I could do the bump. So I've been dancing longer than this chick's been dancing. And why don't they put me on TV and let me dance? I mean, I can pop lock and all that shit. I can tighten up. Shit, I can do the funky chicken. I can do the mashed potato. I can do the jerk. Okay, I'm sorry. I get carried away, though. Talking about dancing, I'm a dancing machine. Okay, let's go.
Who choreographed my Talent You Haven't Seen the Last of Me, which I performed just a few weeks ago on the Treasure Island stage.
Oh, wow. That's so fantastic. And then let's talk about your initiative, because you care deeply about the environment.
Yeah, so my initiative is called One Bottle, One Straw, One Bag at a Time. And it's all about the reduction of one-time use plastic.
Oh, see? She's for legal marijuana. One bag at a time. I like her. One bag. That's all you need is one bag of marijuana at a time. See, she's for that. I give her a vote.
But beyond that, this huge local and global scale initiative of creating sustainable roadmaps within our businesses and our companies here in Minnesota and globally. So I've had the honor of speaking with companies like Colgate and McDonald's, General Mills, even Coca-Cola. And
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Like, I'm confused. Why would Coca-Cola want to talk to this girl? Like, who would Coca-Cola say, well, you know, the girl that won Miss Minnesota, we need to bring her in and talk to her? Colgate. Now, is this the university or is this the Colgate toothpaste? Isn't that the dollar toothpaste? Why would Colgate bring her in? Like, hey, Miss Minnesota's got a good idea. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting, but it just, inquisitive minds wants to know, like, why?
And just been able to sit down and have conversations with these companies of what it looks like on a sustainable roadmap way, not only for the business itself, but the product that the consumers are being handed.
And we have to mention quickly that you now move on to represent our state.
Yes, Miss America.
Okay, you heard what she said. The products that be handed out. She's talking about handing out bags of weed. I like that.
Move on to represent our state.
Yes, Miss America stage. And absolutely, I think that's the piece that is still just sinking in.
She's not going to win. She's not very cute. But maybe she can dance her ass off. Maybe she can dance her ass off and she can act and shit. But she's not going to win the bikini part.
And I'm enjoying so much just being Miss Minnesota. It was a 4-year-long journey to get to this place. And it was just this journey of perseverance and preparation, and then it all just coming into fruition at just the beautiful right time in which it was. So just letting it sink all in, and then the Miss.
Look, it's not hard to win contest. A couple weeks ago, they gave me dad day and shit. So I won the dad day contest. I think a lot of dads won on that contest. So it's not hard to win. But okay, let's go.
Miss America stage will come with it too.
And when's that pageant?
We haven't had a confirmed date yet, but once we do, we'll be sure to roll it out, and everyone in Minnesota will know. We'll have to gather some watch parties and get the state ready and excited.
Well, we're definitely cheering for you, and you're clearly going places.
Oh,
so
thank you so much.
Thanks.
Ugly chick, you ain't gonna win shit. I got 5 on it. I'll bet anybody Miss Minnesota don't win. Who's got me faded? She will not win. I got 5 that she won't win. She will not win, Miss whatever the fuck. I think this is it. I am just having fun tonight. Do they have it in 3D? They just might. Like they got some lames here, man. Like they got the lamest motherfuckers in the world in this motherfucker. Like, this is what I'm about to show you. You've got to be the lamest nigga in the world. Like, if you still doing this, you are a lame nigga. Like, really? Okay, this is unbelievable. This still exists.
In the Twin Cities, they're all gone.
I'm wrong. It doesn't exist after today.
Hundreds of video rental stores down to 1.
Mystery.
1.
Science fiction.
Big store.
Musical.
And now, after tomorrow,
I see dinosaurs.
That one goes down to 0. That's when that store, Video Universe in Robbinsdale, is planning to close for good. So the owner's tens of thousands.
I've been there. I know where that is.
Thousands of DVDs, Blu-rays, VHS, that's all up for sale. So David Porter, photojournalist, went to check it all out one last time.
I came in as an employee of Video Universe right after they opened. There you go. And then I ended up taking over the store a few years after that. And I've been running it ever since 1986.
I just love old movies. I could spend hours in here.
People have been coming in for decades. Seeing their kids grow up. A lot of people I haven't seen for 10, 15, maybe 20 years, but they'll stop in and say goodbye.
Like, look at this weirdo. Like, where did he get this shit from? Look at this shit he's got on. God damn, is this Elmo and shit? You tell him, like, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Get away from this weirdo. Then he's got it covered over Godzilla. That is like telling you he's a super predator. But anyway, this lame is going there. All shelving units. You can buy the shelves for $20. Okay, I'm going to go get me some shelves. $20 each. So right there, that shelf, $20. You can get that shelf. Let me know. To see this shelf right here, $20. See them shelves there, $20. So if you want a shelf, let me know. I'll go get you a shelf.
Grab whatever the
I can't get you that shirt though. I don't know how the fuck you get that Elmo kind of shirt.
strangest movies I can find.
Sometimes that's
These are the strangers?
kind of the best part is seeing a movie blind and then just kind of being amazed by like, oh, hey, look, this has a weird cover, but you know.
They interviewing this nigga. God damn.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Who thought it was a good idea to interview the nigga wearing a goddamn Elmo Sesame Street shirt with the Godzilla undershirt? Whose idea was this? This is like, it was just no news in America. It was like no news in America, so let this motherfucker go.
This turned out to be something extremely awesome and underrated to share with a friend.
There are many, many discs back here. It's kind of it's a system, sort of like a library, as I've kind of figured that out in the last 2 weeks. So I've kind of been pulling different titles, mostly kind of running his.
Is like 2 weeks? Don't you know it's closing tomorrow? So why would you take a job for 2 weeks? But let's go.
Social media. Yeah, a little bit of emotional support as my dad's laughing back there.
And stuff gets removed from streaming services all the time, so I'm always trying to find little rare gems and things like that.
When you get something like maybe Eat My Dust, there's a lot of VHS right now that's...
Okay, look at him. Did we see the word Mac anywhere in him? This is a weirdo. Let's go. He's like, oh, the streaming service don't... Man, get the fuck out of here. Okay, let's go.
That's right now that's really popular.
Nobody wants these heavy ass tapes. Get the fuck out of here. Here's a true story. My second wife's dad, this nigga's like, probably somewhere today he's got 1,000 VCR tapes if they ain't mildewed or whatever the fuck. And one Christmas, I bought this nigga a DVD player and some DVDs. This nigga took it back to Walmart. He said, I'm like, come on, this is where it's going to. He's like, I got all my tapes and, my tapes. And he was the kind of motherfucker that would get the new tapes. The new movie comes out, he's got the VCR. It's like, yeah, that never excited me, but he was excited and spent a bunch of money on some bullshit. So nobody cares about these goddamn movies. You should have retired 20 years ago. Ooh, did they do that?
Recordings just got better.
Did they do that? Okay, let's see. They getting buck wild here, y'all. Let's see if they get buck wild. Oh, they getting buck wild.
Full of fireworks and bad behavior. Police say they found groups of kids launching mortars at innocent bystanders.
Oh, I like that. I like shooting fireworks at innocent bystanders. Okay, is this magenta? And it's tie, a little bit magenta. Brooks Brothers, yeah. Yeah, this is Brooks Brothers. Okay, Frank. She's got magenta on, but damn, let's see if they show any of it first. I'm sorry. Okay, I hope he ain't got to chase nobody. He ain't gonna catch him very quick, but let's go.
Dozens of officers descended on Dinkytown after a wild Wednesday night full of fireworks and bad behavior.
Yeah, what is the Somalian girl doing on the car? Oh, what is she doing? She is definitely buck wild. Whose daughter is this? Whose daughter is this, and why is she on the car? Why do you want her on your car? I think she's giving finger to everybody. Like, fuck everybody. I'm on the car and shit. What kind of car is this? And the police is right there. She has no fucks. She gives no fucks. She's just on the car.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What the fuck is this bitch doing? Let's go.
behavior. Police say they found groups of kids launching mortars at innocent bystanders and they broke it up.
Now they want to put out the fuse before it explodes into another dangerous situation like the last 4th of July. New tonight, our Alan Henry found out officers will be working.
I love Roman candle fights. That is the funnest. Look, Roman candle fights is fun. That is fun. Shooting Roman candles and motherfuckers is fun. I must admit, I used to do this. Yeah, I used to shoot Roman candles with my teammates. We would go to South Carolina and where they had fire, we would have in the dorm. We would be shooting these motherfuckers at each other. So I don't see a problem here. But let them tell it why it's a problem.
New tonight, our Alan Henry found out officers will be working overtime to keep people safe.
It's very concerning to know that 5 steps away from your door, this could be happening.
This was the scene Wednesday night in Dinkytown, with young people reportedly setting off fireworks aimed at bystanders in passing cars. Discarded fireworks containers from Wednesday night could still be found.
Oh, no. Damn, okay, the shirt is new. He has the t-shirt on, but god damn, this is the best you can do, buddy. He's got the t-shirt I give him, and the shirt is new. But this is not stiff, baby. You on TV, you want to be stiff on TV. God damn, step up your game. You want to be stiff, baby.
Found in front of nearby businesses and residents into Thursday evening. People who live nearby wondering if this is just a sign of things to come.
We all live here. This is our home, so it's definitely concerning.
All righty. Okay, I have no problem with her outfit at all. I have no problem. Let her keep talking. I have no problem with her outfit. Let's go.
To have people just riding or...
She just came from Pilates, so I ain't got no problem. Tell us, girl.
Or jumping on cars.
They was jumping on... Ooh, what?
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
So so she jumped on the car, but I'm pretty sure she knew this person whose car she jumped on, because it's hard to jump on a car with these type of shoes. I mean, I've jumped on plenty of cars, and I know that it's like when I wore these type of shoes, something like this, I didn't have very much success getting on the car. It took me a couple tries. But you see, it just looks like she popped right up. And she only weighs about, 110, 115 pounds. She's like a size 3, so I see no problem being on the car. Like, why is she complaining if it ain't her car? Now, if it's the lady's car that was talking, I'd be mad, but that ain't the lady that's talking in the car, so why is she mad?
As I've heard that.
They say, ooh, she give me, ooh,
that's a thing now.
Oh, she giving it to us. What do you say? Let's see. Oh.
Do that dance.
Let's hear it.
Do that dance, baby. Do that. Do that.
Oh, I like her.
Do that dance.
I like her.
Do that dance.
Oh, I like her on the car. Oh, she turned around.
Do that dance. Do that. Do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Do that dance.
Oh, I'm sorry, I get carried away. What is
Alexander says the city is working with multiple agencies to ensure a repeat display doesn't happen.
Everybody know that we all are struggling with shortages in our agencies, but what we've learned is when we
everybody know we're struggling with shortages in our agencies, and
pull all our resources together.
We're gonna pull all our resources together, but if the nigga on 37th Avenue in K or J or M or P, we're probably not gonna get to them niggas, but we're gonna protect the Europeans that got the rich shit around the lakes. We're gonna make sure that the niggas don't go around where the rich people around the lakes live, and so long as the niggas just blow shit up around them and if they shoot shit at each other, we don't care. They just can't shoot at the Europeans, or if they they shoot at Europeans, it can only be the Europeans that live in their area, like their neighbors. It's okay to shoot the shit at their neighbors, but okay, let's go.
Together and we work together as close as we do, we get a lot solved.
That means the law enforcement on patrol.
Oh, we see a no-no. This nigga does not have on a t-shirt. God damn. What the fuck? You was doing so good. Why don't you have a t-shirt on? You got taco meat showing. You gotta wear a t-shirt if you got this shirt. Don't go out without a t-shirt. All year round, niggas should wear t-shirts. God damn, J. Paul.
We get a lot solved.
That means the law enforcement on patrol will be working longer or extra shifts in the coming days.
We're funded to utilize overtime, and we'll barrel ourselves to that. And of course, we certainly will have officers.
Okay, let me make this clear. If you come to North Minneapolis and parts of South Minneapolis during the 4th of July, what we used to do is you can get like 30-foot rolls of firecrackers, and we would get about 20. And we would line the firecrackers from one end of the street to the other, which cost about $200. But this is what we would do. And do you think we saw any police coming over there? Do you think these European police want to be in these neighborhoods where they're hearing bang, bang, bang all the time? No, they are going to go over to these areas where these rich Europeans live. They are not going to be where the niggas are. They don't care. Again, if you run firecrackers from one block to the other, they don't care. They ain't coming over there. So if you know somebody in North Minneapolis, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Officers that are still on regular patrol, but we'll bring in additional resources as needed.
Alexander hopes they aren't needed, but says residents can do their part by calling at the first sign of trouble.
And whatever challenges that we do have to meet, we'll meet those challenges. Not saying that we won't have any, but should they arise, we will meet those challenges.
This nigga's woofing. This
Alan
nigga,
Henry, W.
That nigga's woofing. He's woofing. That's all that is woofing. That nigga is woofing. Oh my goodness, I'm having fun tonight. I had a good cry tonight. That shit was funny. He is still a virgin, ugly chick. You ain't gonna yeah, that chick ain't gonna win shit. She jump on my hood, I'm hitting the gas. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She jump on my if she jumps on my hood, I'm selling her into slavery. So white slavery all the way. Even if she was African, she jumps on my hood, I'm selling her into slavery. So if you jump on my hood, I'm selling you into slavery, and that's all it is. So you already know. I learned a lot from that movie I watched the other day. I can call these people up and say, hey, I got this chick. She jumped on my hood. By law, I get to keep her and sell her to you. So that's what I did. I got out and grabbed her by her hair and sold her into slavery. But she was up there like, ooh, 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 ooh. She was having fun. I like it. You got that right. I'm selling her straight into slavery. So jump on my car and see what happens to your ass. You'll be somewhere looking at Humpty Dumpty and shit. I mean, the real Humpty Dumpty. The motherfucker be like a big ass egg and shit with legs and arms, and you gotta do things with Humpty Dumpty because you fucked with me on jumping on my car. You'll be Humpty Dumpty's hoe. So I'm a pimp. I got all kind of clients. So you want to be Humpty Dumpty's hoe? Jump on my car, and you will get that business from Humpty Dumpty. Crying to your mom, I'm living with Humpty Dumpty, and Humpty wants things, and Humpty is just disgusting. But hey, you jumped on a nigga's car. That's what the mama said. You shouldn't have jumped on a nigga's. Well, I didn't know I was lit. I was lit. And you can't be lit and young. No, don't jump on my shit. So, woo! Everybody be warned. It's been a fun day. It's been a fun day. I'm not sore. I was worried if I broke my arm. I didn't. And so I probably could still jab pretty hard. I'm not going to hit the pickleball hard. I'm going to be wearing my sweet shoes. I'll be wearing these motherfuckers. No, hell no, I'm not going to wear them to play pickleball tomorrow because you got to break them in. So you guys thought I was just gonna go wear them, and then be like, hey, no, you gotta break them in. Contrary to rumors, gigolos don't get lonely. So I'm gonna get my ass up in a few hours, and I'm this kind of nigga. I'm not a snooze alarm nigga. If I had a clock set for 4 hours of sleep, that's all I get. When the alarm go off, I'm a getting up nigga. Ain't no baby, stay here. No, alarm go off. It's time for me to get up. I've been like that my whole life. I am not like I've lived with women and 10 more minutes, 10 more minutes, and like by the fourth time I'm choking her, so she's really want to get out of bed by the fourth time. Get your ass up out of bed, quit hitting the goddamn fucking alarm. And she got upset when I did that, but like I thought I was justified in choking the shit out of her because again, I'm trying to sleep. Just get your ass up. Like why every time, I fall back, sleep, get woke back up, fall back, sleep, get woke back up and shit. I ain't gotta get up. This bitch gotta get up. So when I just like finally just start choking her, get your ass out of this goddamn bed and get up. That solved her problem. From then on, she quit hitting the snooze button. See, I can cure people to hit the snooze button. So if you want to be cured of hitting the snooze button, I don't even know how I can help you really, but okay, this is how I can help you. You put me on a screen in front of you, and if you hit the snooze button, I will come through your TV like the girl from the well. What was that shit called? The girl that came out of the well and shit. I could do that. Like you'd hit the snooze button alarm, and after like maybe 2 times, I would come out of your TV or your phone, and I would just start choking you. Yeah, we'll do the phone. You just put your phone by the bed, and I will choke you to wake your punk ass up, and you'll stop doing the snooze alarm. You would think you got, what is that shit called, sleep paralysis? You would have real sleep paralysis because I would be choking the shit out of you in your sleep. But you'd pay me for it, and it would be effective, and it would cure you of hitting the snooze alarm. Now, my girl now, I had to take a different approach because she's only like a one-hit snooze alarmer. So I had to take a different approach, and it really didn't work because I said, well, she has a fat ass, and I'll smack her on her ass, and maybe that will solve the problem. Well, that caused other problems when I really was trying to be sleep, but that made her think something else, and so that didn't solve the problem of the snooze alarm because I still wanted to snooze, but I thought if I smacked her on the ass, that would wake her up, but it did the opposite thing. It like really like got her up, and so she was bothering me while I'm like trying not to, I'm like still wanting to sleep. So I've solved the problem though. So, but my ex-wife, she gets up now when the thing comes on because she got tired of being choked. So so if you want my services, you know how to email me and I can come through the screen like the girl in the well. Like watch the movie The Well or The Circle, whatever it's called, how she could come through the TV. I can do the same thing for you and choke you until you quit using the snooze alarm. I think that's a good deal. I'm having fun. I'm silly the motherfucker. I'm not fucked up. No, I'm not driving. I think like if I get my boat out, I could row it because long as I think you could row drunk. Cause like I'm not running anybody over when I'm rowing and shit, and it's good shape. It's like a health rider and shit. Remember the health riders? I used to sell health riders and shit. The art of the sale. They used to have niggas buying them health riders, sending me videos back. Hey, we using this motherfucker. Oh, hey, all right, health rider. The world is funny and the world is tragic. It's all at the same time. And I've had a good time. I'm going on. God damn, I'm 3 hours tonight. I'm still playing pickleball, maybe. I'm a little sore. I played 3 days in a row of intense pickleball. I'm feeling like I might get up and go. I could go to go to a club and see some live music tomorrow. But ain't nobody said nothing about Indiana Jones. Should I go see Indiana Jones or not? Because if no votes for Indiana Jones, then fuck Indiana Jones. But again, it'll give me something to do. I do like the beer that comes with seeing Indiana Jones. I like the popcorn. You know, I can eat gummies while I watch Indiana Jones, so it becomes more interesting. Because, you know, I hit the bong, like, I don't know where the bong is. It's somewhere around here. Oh, here's one right. Hit this shit before I go, and then I take a couple gummies, and, you know, I'm tripping in there. And I having a very good cinema experience. But I really don't have a great interest in Indiana Jones other than it's something to do. And you just can't go shopping all the time because that's my favorite thing to do is to go shopping and be more and more magnificent. Where's my bag? It's not in here. And it's funny, niggas is wearing bags now. You know, you got the shoulder bags, and I like shoulder bags. I must admit, it is a perfect way to carry a gun. The shoulder bags are perfect for a gun. I mean, the motherfucking bag is right here, and it's unzipped, and you got a fucking pistol like right here on your chest. I love that shit. Now, I don't know about y'all. That is the perfect place to carry a gun. Is right here. And so I'm a shoulder bag wearing nigga right now. You know, I was like, hey, they gave me a shoulder bag. I'm like, you know, a little shoulder bag and shit. I can put in my cigar I walk around in. I can put in my gummies. I can put in my crystal. I can put in my credit cards, my ID, all in the shoulder bag with the gun. And that sounds like a win-win for me. And you know, you can literally just walk around like with your hand in the shoulder bag and nobody thinks nothing about it. So you niggas ain't got shoulder bags. You need to get the shoulder bags. The shoulder bags, you can carry guns perfectly in them. And like people just ask you to whip out shit sometime and you just like, man, I got that shit in my shoulder bag. You're like, you know, do you got a blunt on you and shit? I'm like, yes, I do. You know, how did you know? And it's like right in the shoulder bag. See? Now, I am a fanny pack wearing nigga, you know, but not anymore. I am sold by the shoulder bag. The shoulder bag is perfect. And even if I don't want to wear the pistol in the shoulder bag, the billy club, where's my billy club? It's back here somewhere. Where the fuck is my billy club fits in it. My knife fits in it. Everything. Crystals and knives, billy clubs, blackjacks, brass knuckles. I mean, you know, a shoulder bag. You can't put that in a fanny pack. You can't put that in a fucking wallet. So I like the shoulder bag. And you could hit a nigga with the bag if nothing else. Be like, well, I ain't got nothing. And the bag got like a rock in it. And you can just like be like, you know, you can even use it like, you know, David and Goliath. You can take off the shoulder bag and swing it around and put a big rock in the middle of the shoulder bag and you can fling it like Goliath at a motherfucker. You know, if you keep a rock in it and shit. So it's multi-purpose. You know, it's like that multitask tool. You know, it was a knife and a screwdriver. That's what the shoulder bag is all that. You could get a certain type of shoulder bag. If you was on the plane and the plane was about to crash, you could get one that have a parachute and shit in it. It's right here and shit, and the mother floof, parachuting your ass out the plane. Shoulder bag is the great new investment, and it is the great style. Women shouldn't be the only ones to just get shoulder bags. We shouldn't have to no longer accept just wearing fanny packs. We've been missing the shoulder bag. What is the shoulder bag takeover? We need to wear shoulder bags, not just because shoulder bags can contain everything. You can put a frisbee in the shoulder bag. Think about it like this. You're on the frisbee golf course and all your frisbees is in your shoulder bag. You can't put that in the fanny pack. You can't put your frisbees in your wallet. So you got, you know, it's your frisbee, you know, because you have different frisbees for different holes and shit, and you can frisbee golf with your motherfucking shoulder bag. So y'all missing it. Y'all missing it. And then you, again, you know, some women like that you take off your shoulder bag and you kind of cuff them with it. You know, you take it off and throw it over their head and you kind of bring them to you. My girl and I play that. She likes that. Like I'll be at home and shit, and she'll be walking down the hall, and I'll throw my shoulder bag over her head and pull her to me. Hey, it's like she's it, and she gets it. You dig what I'm saying? We play them kind of games. She likes it, you know, and I throw the shoulder bag on her. She's like, hey, she knows it's on. So there's a lot of opportunities out there to get you the best shoulder bag you can have. Now, I want an alligator shoulder bag, but I don't know if I need an alligator shoulder bag. I paid, trying to remember what I paid, like $10 for a bulletproof shoulder bag that floats. It has a portable parachute. Not sure how that works, but that's what it says. It says portable parachute. Now, I don't, the only portable parachute I know is the Army Man, where you throw the Army Man up in the air and he floats down, but it's not that, it's more than that. So, shoulder bag is the way to go. So, if you don't have a shoulder bag, I don't know what to think about you. You come around me without a shoulder bag, I might have some questions like, man, here's this guy without a shoulder bag. So, obviously, he doesn't have a pistol or a knife or a billy club or brass knuckles because he has nowhere to keep them. So, he might jump you if you don't have a shoulder bag, you might get jumped. You come around me and my fellas, my sons, you might get jumped if you don't have a shoulder bag and you come to me like, hey, Big Pontiac, I got this idea. And we're looking at you and you like, you know, first thing we're thinking is, well, you better have a goddamn t-shirt on. That's really the first thing. But then if you don't have the shoulder bag, we'd be like looking at you like, who is this guy? We could probably jump him and rob him because he doesn't have a shoulder bag for protection. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind out there, America. Keep that in mind that all we need to wear shoulder bags. Women have been having it too good for all these years, and we didn't know what we was missing. But I guess you could wear a backpack too, cause you can put a machine gun in a backpack. So if you came around me and had a backpack on, I really couldn't be negative because it's kind of the same thing. I was just like, oh, okay, you like the backpack. Okay. I would respect that. I'd look at you wearing your backpack and I would respect that. You know, my guy, my team, they would all respect that. My sons, they were like, okay, you got the backpack on, right on. Because he might have a brick in the backpack that he could throw at us. And we respect that kind of thing. This has been fun. And this is real. Like, this is why I don't really enjoy my birthday, because what reality does is it accelerates this time. And you know, I'm like almost under a double acceleration because I live in the north. Because not only is the summer accelerated, it accelerates to, you know, push me to the next age. And see, people don't understand that mentally, it's like your first birthday and the birthday now is all the same. But they make you think it's different because all these experiences, these moments happen. And they want you to be older. Because think about it, if you never celebrated birthdays, would you really be older? And that's a big question. I mean, would we be older if we never celebrated birthdays? Do you think ancient man celebrated birthdays? Like, hey, the nigga made it the moon moved so many times and the sun came around and this nigga like made it. Do you think that's really how it is? And let's think what we do to our children. I was looking for a knife. What? Look at what we do to our children on birthdays. That is the worst spell of all, the birthday spell. Now, if you don't think that's some left-hand path magic, look at what we do to our children on birthdays. We circle our children and we light candles. What the fuck do you think you're bringing in? Do you think that's something good you're bringing in, that you circle the child and you light candles? You're bringing something you're not even aware of. You know, you're giving out attachments. You're spelling on this child. You're doing a ritual. And, you know, it's harmless in basic ways, but still, over years, it gets heavy. And isn't that what we do? Blow balloons, circle them, light candles, give them the sugar demon. You know, you got to have the high sugar demon in that ritual. But think about it. What if there was never any birthdays? You just got bigger. Now it's the way that the way time goes. They want you to appear to age. They want this to age, but they know the conscience doesn't age. And if we are a people that's unfearing of, we don't fear death. Aging is not anything either. It's a natural process. But mentally, like really mentally, the birthday cycle it's a mental thing, and it's an agreement that we've agreed that we're this age. And it's a kind of lock, because you agree that you're this age. So if you died, there being this age, they can lock you into this age you died. You died in this year at this age. That's a lock. When they put that on your paperwork, they're trying to lock you. That's them tuning to stop you from your spiritual journey. I mean, you think you died, they don't try to stop you from reaching your spiritual heights by doing these locks? Putting embalming shit in you. It's from the Civil War. I mean, just think about think about a tree can live 500 or 600 years, and it needs nothing but dirt and sunlight, fungus, bugs to eat others, keep shit from attacking it. Right? Do you think that tree has a birthday? Its birthday shows rings. And if everything goes right and it gets everything it wants, like the clone tree in Utah, the second biggest single organism in the world. There's another tree somewhere in England. It is the same organism, and it's the oldest organism in the world. The same way with these trees and maybe the tree in Utah is. It's a clone. All the trees of it came after it it's it. So this tree has cloned itself. So does it age? They don't age. The redwoods trees age? They talk about finding these fucking turtles and turtles being hundreds of years old. They're talking about finding sharks, alligators, and the alligators and the sharks is hundreds of years old. I think we got it a little easier than them. And like I explained, why is it that when people come to America, they got to work out? Africans come to America, and all of a sudden, they getting high blood pressure, diabetes. They got to work out. It just shows you the American diet is trash. The food we get is trash. They tell people, the only way you're going to live long is you got to, be active. Which, I'm all for. I'm all for being active. I've lived my whole life of an active lifestyle, my whole life. I've never really been, when I finally quit playing football, it was probably the only 6 months that I didn't do nothing. And that was just, depression, frustration, realizing that dream wasn't going no further. And then also realizing that, I didn't do it just because I thought I could get paid doing it. I did it because I loved it. So I continued the lifestyle. And my youngest child gets it, my youngest son. My daughter, my youngest daughter gets it. Most of my children live a healthy lifestyle. They looked at the people, and I've told them about the people that they didn't know and what happened to them and how their life is. And I've got in this room now, I've got to take this altar out. This one, I've got to find a new place. I'm going to try to get a cabinet to put it in. It's not working in here. It's just kind of in the way. But I've got my ohmic altar there. I've got my main altar up there. I mean, do you have power places in your house that, build you up, that work with you? that build you up when you're down? Do you have power places? Do you have things around you that amplify? That's what diamonds do. And diamonds amplify what you are. So if you're marvelous, it makes you more marvelous. Well, I think I'm going to cut it. I've been going for 3.5 hours. I think that's long enough. I don't come on Fridays. Might come on, I don't know, depending on what I do. I might do a little afternoon show or something. Still plan on playing pickleball.
It's 3:45.
I like this Mickey shit.
It's 3:45.
Mickey tells you what time it is. In 1969, my dad had a Mickey Mouse watch. It couldn't tell you what time it is. Mickey couldn't talk to you. Here I am 50 years later, and Mickey talks to me.
It's 3:45.
Damn, Mickey tells me what time, and he gives me a little laugh. Oh, my goodness. I wanted to show this. I'm going to send Super Sly some of this. I've got a couple windows that I don't have covered. But this is a block of selenite. Selenite. And never holds negative energies. It can free other crystals. But this should be in your windows. This can keep bullshit from penetrating your windows. So I've got to get some black kyanite if I can't get a popalite. And I got to send some of this out. But I'm going to cut some of this up. And I've got 3 windows I didn't realize weren't covered. Because this big ass window's got a piece. But yeah, because attachments, ghost, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the way your fucking house smells. I mean, it's a lot of things that can attract shit. And I know that sounds odd, but that is real. And something simple as this can kind of keep some bullshit, which is spiritual pollution, what I want to call it. We can do things in our life that attract spiritual pollution. That's why I was saying, what do you call it? When the little man comes and jumps on your chest when you're laying down, that kind of shit. Sleep paralysis. You attract that some kind of way. You've got something in there that it is. I mean, it feeds on fear, but there's something there that attracts that shit. You're doing something to bring that in, or you've brought it in some kind of way. And so, a simple start is just putting little chunks of these in your windows. So that's one block. And then in the corners, you should have kyanite and a popalite. Because where does the darkness go when you turn on the lights? It goes into the corners. And so you put kyanite or a popalite, preferably. And popalite traps that shit because it's pyramid. And so the dark has nowhere to go. The negative has nowhere to go. So if negative is coming during the night, it has nowhere to go. So it gets erased. I hope that's simple as I can make it. And the kyanite is definitely a protective barrier around you. And so if you have both kyanite and you have the popalite in the corners, because again, shungite can only do so much. It can keep so much off you, but again, if what's fucking with you got somewhere to hide, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example. My girl was saying that it was some shit in the closet. And I had put everything, in the corners, on the bed. I had put everything in the room. And she said, with some energy still in the closet. So I had a big piece of tourmaline, black piece of tourmaline or scroll, and put that in that motherfucker. And the shit solved the problem. Because it was one area that really wasn't covered. So if there's something that it's somewhere for it to go, if you don't have the shit around it that's fucking with it, keeping the shit away from you. Like when I broadcast, I got this shit around me. And this is the popalite. These are pyramids. And what's so beautiful about these little motherfuckers, and it's real, it's like, I guess I don't even talk about this enough, is if you meditate and you feel that you can go further meditating out in public or out in nature, again, you've got to have protection because it's a lot of shit everywhere, and you know it's like you're lifting your spiritual antenna, and by lifting your spiritual antenna, shit's attracted to that. But if you got little shit like this, you know, you out in nature and you put these little pyramids around you and you put one in the middle, you know, it gives you a barrier so you can go. And again, you can put this selenite around you too. And technically you could put this in the corners and it'll keep shit away from you too, if this is all you can get. So, just something to think about. It's like I always saw horror movies as comedies. I mean, really, like horror movies I didn't really see horror movies as deep or having a meaning until the what is it called, Pinhead and shit. Yeah, when the horror movies started getting a little deeper, it wasn't they just fucking people up. They was fucking people up, and there was a whole point to the shit. So that's when the horror movies got kind of deep, and they tried to show you. And I hate to use the word tuning, but it's like shows you how the wicked can tune too, and how the wicked can tune right after death. That's what Hellraiser shows you, and you know you watching some shit that's. I mean, it's interesting that they release that kind of shit. And you know, like fuck with stuff that's at your level. You know, people like when people become saved and shit. You know, they just the Bible, Bible, Bible. But whatever you do it at your level. And the best example I can give you is watch The Magicians and watch Julia. She was so hungry to do magic that she was trying to any avenue to get the magic. And then she fucked around and got turned out by a god. Because again, she was open for anything. And that's a perfect example of everyone out there. If you want to meditate, find again, these pendulums is the best for finding, you know, the best place in your place to meditate. Ley lines. You want to find the fractal lines in your house, or even if you have ley lines on your property. Ley line is a perfect thing if your ley line's outside where you want to meditate. But most of us have ley lines in our homes. And you can use something like this to help you find the ley lines. And to get the most out of what you're trying to do. You know, what peace of mind, quiet in your mind, what you're trying to achieve through it. It's kind of that simple. And as I said before, you know, like people say, you know, they can't really meditate. Have you really tried? Because there's no one way to do it. It's many ways. I said a blink can be a meditation. And I've told the practice before, if you got a speech to talk in front of people, you can get people not only to blink the way you blink, you can get them to start copying your breathing patterns. That is how strong you can control a room. You can control a room where everybody's breathing the same way you're breathing and everyone's blinking the same way you're blinking. That's a simple magic to do. And that ain't even, you know, like a lot of magic is illusion. That ain't even illusion. That's real magic. That's real power that it's very easy to master. You sit in front of people, you can make them breathe. You know, it's not making them breathe, but they'll start picking up your breathing patterns if you start. And it's definitely people will blink the same way you blink. And the other hand, you know, a blink can be a meditation. Because if you are trying to present something and you kind of are stumbling, you can take a couple blinks, and that's a meditation to reset, to tune. Because people forget when you're presenting something, you're constantly tuning what you're presenting. And that's, that's pimping. Pimping is nothing more than getting people to do your bidding, getting people to do what you want them to do. That's what pimping is. It has nothing to do with human trafficking. It's a lifestyle of people convincing other people to do what they need them to do. Me convincing people to do things I need them to do. And sometimes I do fail. But sometimes I don't. And you sit back and see a group of people doing what you showed them to do, you start seeing how you manifest. And simple magic. Simple magic. Because there is a lot of simple magics out there. Wow, it's 4. I'm definitely going to play pickleball in the morning, but I don't know what time I'm going to get up. Well, I'm going to cut it. I've been going 3.5 hours. Think that's enough. I can't do no more. Still bummed I couldn't find pictures of Damon. Well, let's see. Yeah, he's still not coming up. DeMar Hamlin. They had DeMar Hamlin at a Pittsburgh. Did y'all see that? He had that nigga at a Pirates game. Yeah, they had DeMar Hamlin at a Pirates game. Did y'all check that out? Had him at a Pirates game. All right, I think I'm gonna cut it. Burning out. Think I said enough. Had fun. Had a good time. So thank you for going this journey with me. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow afternoon. I'm definitely not coming on tomorrow night. I'll be doing something if I'm just watching TV. But thank you very much for the well wishes. Thank you very much for the people that donated. I appreciate it. I joke and laugh about, the money situation, but it's nice that people think enough to donate, and I appreciate it. I really do. There's a new spell going on that people say and says, I appreciate you. And that's a nice spell because it shows that you do have compassion for people's efforts. And so I don't mind pushing that out there. I'll say it this one time, but it's really honest. I appreciate you guys that donate. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And this has been the Chocolate Mountain Show, birthday edition. I am an elder at 62. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing. In 10 years, I'll be in my 70s. And then 20 years, I'll be in my 80s. Right now, my mother's in her 80s. And it's amazing. It's amazing and it's sad at the same time. The longer you live, I mean, the family is not, like my children didn't grow up with the extended family that I did. Like at times, my children have met their great-grandparents, but the interactions wasn't quite the same that I had, and even the mother of my children have had. And so the extended family, that's a sad thing. And when you decide one way or one reason to move out of state away from your family, I mean that happens. And I no longer could live in Michigan. I mean, it just wasn't positive for me living there. I was like a hamster on a wheel. I mean, yes, I got to do a lot of the things that I love, but it was just so much negative there. But yet it was a journey I had to take. And, it's like I say all the time, it's like I give freely, but I have everything that I want. I mean, my car just went 180,000 miles, that big Taurus, and I just love it. And I'm thankful that I have it and that it drives and it has air that blows cold and it can drive fast. And I'm thankful for it. It plays music. It has 6 speakers. And there's no other car that I really need. I mean, we also have the Acura. So, if I want to drive the truck, I can drive the Acura. But, when I go play pickleball, I drive the Taurus. And I love Fords. For the last 20 years, I mostly drove Fords. And so I have everything that I need. And I think we're not thankful for that enough. I've talked about this last night. We live in a world of we want more, we want more, we live in a world that shows you need more, you need more. You need another phone, you need another watch, you need another earbuds. I mean, that's what we're constantly bombarded with. And it's like it never wants you to feel that what you are and what you have is enough. And what you provide for your children is enough. It always wants you, there's something you couldn't get them. And the mostly things that the children want is you. And the most things that your spouse want is just you. And we all are moody. We all get upset. We all have opinions. And I think, being just kind to people, it's a choice. Because there are a lot of people that just don't want to be kind. And some could even say, we live in a reality that we shouldn't be kind. Because we can let the reality change us. I mean, right now, the perception is like teenagers are the most dangerous people. And it ain't just melanated teenagers, it's teenagers, period. Seems like they're the most threat. And how do most people, most people that watch me are between 20 and 40. How do you feel even seeing teenagers? Do you think every time you see a teenager, damn, I hope I ain't got to shoot this boy? Do you have those thoughts when you see teenagers or you see a group of teenagers like, I hope I ain't got to shoot all these people? Because, that's the media and the propaganda and the behavior. And the behavior. And the behavior can make us feel that way. I mean, hell, how many people, if you don't have children, even know teenagers or interact with them? And how is the interaction so different from cultures? You have one culture of teenagers that are still trying to thrive and still trying to do the American way of life. And yes, they might have more advantages. And yet this system we live in calls for an underbelly of society. And for some reason, these children are attracted to this underbelly because maybe that's all that they can do. And there's a lot of occupations that rap is one of the worst occupations for young men, especially getting killed. I mean, hell, you might have just as much chance of getting killed rapping as you do just selling dope and hustling. It is the same risk. And rapping can be higher reward, but goddamn, it's the same fucking risk. And then not understanding fame and the price of fame. And not understanding what you're signing away for. You're signing away for now. You want to be God for they only let people be God for a year or two. Look at Ja Rule. They gave Ja Rule, 98, 99, and 2001. And 50 Cent comes, and Ja Rule ain't been relevant ever since. So see how they can raise you to your highest heights? Look at Jonathan Majors in everything. Last 2-3 years, he's in everything. Tiffany Haddish, she got a movie coming out, I think, this month. Come in July. Next month. They can raise you to the highest highs, and then they can embarrass you. And that's the system. That's like, I started off talking about Rock Hudson and his documentary. They rose him to, he was the #1 sex symbol, and he was the type of sex symbol, they wanted him to be to the rest of the world. They wanted to look at the Westerners and say, hey, rock is the thing. But then when they found out he had that bug, they let it loose. Well, he was a homosexual, and he had AIDS. Same people that publicized him is the same people that helped kind of take him down. And, bad lifestyles too, chain smoking, open heart surgery in your 50s. And that's the funny thing about cigarettes. It's like people that smoke cigarettes know cigarettes will kill you, but they know that if they smoke this one, it won't kill them. Isn't that some shit? That is some shit. They know that cigarettes will kill them, but yet they know that this one cigarette won't kill them. And the person looks and they done smoked a carton in a month. Carton didn't kill them. So then they smoke another carton. And keep this in mind. Most people start smoking cigarettes as teenagers. I'm astonished at people that smoke cigarettes past 40. It astonishes me. I am literally astonished by this. With all the information. And let's not talk about nurses and doctors. Because y'all been to hospitals or clinics and the doctors and nurses out there smoking cigarettes. That is the most mind-blowing thing, one of the few. You see people dying from smoking cigarettes. But what did I start saying? This one cigarette ain't gonna kill me. That's the mentality. This one I'm lighting right now ain't gonna kill me. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and I'm gonna be fine. Put it out, I'm gonna be fine till I crave another one. And that one ain't gonna kill me either. This is the mentality that cigarette smokers have. Because it's proven that this one didn't kill him. It's proven that this pack didn't kill him. It's proven that this carton didn't kill him. So do you see the psychosis it gives people? Well, this one didn't kill me, so I can smoke it. I didn't die. I smoked it. I'm fine. But the problem is you're 50 years old or 40 years old and you're still smoking. And the cumulative effect it's had on you. That's the problem. What it's done to you all these years. And so, yes, this one cigarette is killing you. But it's hard the mentality, you can smoke the cigarette in 2 minutes and it didn't kill you. Do you see the mentality? Do you see how at the same time you're tuning yourself and the cigarette is tuning you? It's, that's up to you. And it's like, I guess the other part is if reality ain't real, nothing we do is real. That's how some people look at it. If the reality ain't real, don't matter what you eat. Don't matter if you smoke or not. And we've had examples of people live to be in their hundreds and say they smoked and drank every day. Best recent example I can give you is that World War vet that would live to be 112 years old. Smoked 2-3 cigars every day since he was in World War II. lived to be 114 or 15. So one cigar didn't kill him. 2 cigars didn't kill him. Lived to be a ripe old age of 115. So it's obviously cigarettes and cigars don't kill everybody and don't give everybody cancer. Because there's people who smoke cigarettes their whole life that never get sick. That's the other thing. How is that possible? Don't end up getting emphysema. Nothing happens to them. They smoke their whole life, normal living. That ain't what killed them. Didn't give them cancer. That ain't what killed them. I mean, you do see that. And I guess it's a gamble for people to say, well, I'm gonna be that one that they don't fuck with like that. Guess that's the the roll of the dice. Now that's enough of preaching. Do what you like. I see guys and girls dancing. Ooh, do what you like. I don't know if I'm gonna play competitive pickleball tomorrow. I might just teach tomorrow. I might just get people together and want to just pop some balls and teach people how to play. They've been, that's the cool thing is, I think next summer I'm gonna start charging lessons, give lessons, and so, and it's funny when I play, like my attitude never changes. If a person makes a good shot on me, I tell them good shot. If my teammate, misses, I say good try. Never change my demeanor. Everybody's watched me. That's how I am with everybody. Because as the holder of the infinite sacred ball game created by the Hero Twins, I'm playing myself. I have twins to play with me. So I'm playing myself. And get to do it on the reservation. I like going to the reservation every day. There is, if there's a great spirit, it is definitely in reservations. I know this land I live on is holy land. This is where Big Eagle lived, or also known as Black Dog. The lake has the holiest, strongest spiritual area, but so does this hill I live on. So this also amplifies me. I'm up here on this hill, live near a holy area if I need to go, a little more holy area, but it seems like all this Lakota land has a good spiritualness to it. So I do enjoy that. So, well, yeah, I think I can call it. I'm going to plant y'all now. I'm going to dig y'all later. Thank you for everybody that pitched in. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that came and celebrated with the old man and looked at old man and said, that's an old man. And he's turned into an old man. And ever since you watched him, he was an old man. But thank you for laughing with me and having fun, because that's what it is. I have so much fun. And I love to laugh. And I love to just see silly shit. And just think like, how they doing this silly shit. So, till we meet again Saturday night, July 1st, or going into July 2nd. I will not be on tomorrow unless it's in the daytime. Yes. So, and more than likely, I'm going to be doing some shit. I'm going to be shopping and shit. Driving in the suburbs and shit. I'm going to be chewing on the tobacco and shit. I'm going to be drinking and shit. I'm going to be smoking and shit. And I'm going to be shopping and shit. I'm going to be getting gifts tomorrow and shit. Yeah. So all love to all the cancers. The time of the June boys is coming to a close. Energy out to Lena or Mike Tyson. It's his day too. David Allen Greer is his day too. So send them a little energy. And till we meet again, say less.
For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem is to unite. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem. For what he has, he says that the only way that we can solve our problem.
This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying. This ain't loud enough. I'm still trying.
I just left a light in this bitch.
Off my dome. Off my dome. This. 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 Off my dome. This.
Me and Bubba trying to rescue some kittens. Me and Bubba trying to rescue some kittens.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man. Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If
you don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand.
Yes, he destroy black boys. If you destroy him as a boy, he'll never become a man.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. It's cool enough just being cool, like I am, chilling.
Joe V. He looked down, seen his feet, the nigga went berserk, killed the monkey, threw the bat out the window, start kicking that bitch in the air. My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand. My eye, plus I'm in love with a bitch I can't stand.
I've seen a lot of black guys, Nipsey, but you're overdoing it. Group of you together, you never can tell who's who.
I mean, TikTok. I mean, TikTok. I mean, TikTok. I mean, TikTok.
You're a philosopher? Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deep.
Dance with me. Dance with me. Dance with me. Oh yeah.
Damn white boys out there. Most of them is psychopaths and all that. They'll kill your mama's mama and you.
Be rude. Be rude. Be rude.
What's all that noise? What's all that noise? What's all that noise? What's all that noise? Oh, that's his daddy.
Be rude. Be rude. I don't mean to be out of. Be rude.
Be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied. Be satisfied.
Used to snort cocaine, now I beam for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I beam for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I beam for the check. Used to snort cocaine, now I beam for the check.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass. The Chinese platform, you already know they don't give a fuck about your black ass.
I think we OD.
Your lines are still open. Oh shit, you can get it, nigga. You wanna get it?
I get carried away with the music. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating with me tonight. I appreciate it this morning. Everybody have celebrating with me. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for just paying attention to an old man, an elder that is just trying to be the best that he can be.